we can be like, woo, it started.
Yeah.
We're live now. We've got 5 minutes until I don't know where. I know that Sarah's probably taking a little bit of time to get ready because she's literally just woken up and Lee's filming, I think. And then,
My vibe.
And then that'll be all of us because we're 5 today. Yeah.
Very funky fresh. What the? Why is someone?
Yeah. What time is it for you, Ray?
It is 5 to 4. Yes. Yes, 5 to 4.
It's like 10 a.m. here, so I'm still
that.
Actually, I don't sleep in, so I was already going to be up, but I did have to kick my husband out. I was like, you got to get out. I got things to do. Like, I got to make it. Yeah. Hi, Leah.
Hello.
Hi. My throat cracked.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Happy birthday, Chloe.
Thank you. And it's your birthday tomorrow, so happy preemptive birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday.
It's a birthday sandwich. We love that.
Yeah. It was so funny because we don't even live that far away from each other. We were talking and then I was like, oh, where in Germany do you live? And she's like, Hamburg. And I'm like, that's literally 3 hours away in the car. Like, I could drive. If I could drive, I could drive there.
We love that. We love that.
Looks like you need to meet up then.
Hi, Sean. Oh. I've had people join, like, university Zoom things just in the car. You can just see them sitting there with their like seatbelt on and everything. I couldn't do that.
Imagine actually leaving your house to be able to join a Zoom call. Wow, can't relate. Can't relate.
Yeah.
I'm just always sitting here on my bed.
Yeah, I'm always in between my desk, my bed, and my reading chair. And if I want to eat something, I'll go and sit at my thing. But like they're all within, I don't even know how big this is, but I think it's like 27 square meters or something. That's like all the space I have.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. See, as soon as you're like squared, I'm like, I barely passed maths. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I did. It's basically like, I don't know. Basically, I've done this before, right? Is you can just see the whole thing. If I just do that, that's it. With a tiny little kitchen over there and a bathroom, but like not a lot of space.
Do you live in a dorm?
No, it's really weird because here we don't have dorms as such. We have like, you can have shared apartments or like where you have your own bedroom but you share a kitchen, or I've got just like a studio which is just a room with like a kitchen. Like I don't even have an oven or anything like that. I just have like a hob and then a bathroom. But I was like, I'm not sharing with people I don't know. There's absolutely no way. Like kitchen and bathroom is the two places you don't want to share with anyone. I mean bedroom as well, but like you know, like if there's someone that's like a neat freak, they would hate me. They would literally be like, "Can you get out?" Because I leave my pots and pans in the sink for days sometimes. So I don't need anybody telling me off for that. I can do that myself.
I feel in grad school, I lived in a flat, and it was my first time because like the dorm situation in America is very different than the dorm situation in the UK. So I lived in a flat, but we all got our own bathroom and private bedroom. We all had to share the kitchen, and it did make for some interesting drama because all my flatmates were from like all different countries. So there's like, cultural differences and just personality differences. It was real fun.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
I know. Good morning. Sorry, I'm late because I was like, I'm still half asleep right now. So
it's early for you.
Yeah. It's like
I mean that's commitment that you said. That's true friendship. You said you would get up and join.
It is. Listen, you're welcome. Happy birthday.
When you were in the chat and you're like, I'm coming, and I'm like, that's gonna be like 8 o'clock. Are you sure? I just want to be like, are you sure you have the right day?
Yeah. Well, because tomorrow's would be 6 a.m. So I was like, I'm not doing 6 a.m. I'm like, that's way too early. I'm like, I'll do the 8 a.m.
See, the only con with having like friends in different time zones is just like how do you organize that when we all want to talk at the same time, and it's like one person's just gotten up, one person's just about to go to bed or something like that.
Yeah. No, it's like so difficult. Well, yeah, because most of the time I feel like when I talk to sorry.
I was just going to say it's the hour now, so it's officially. I haven't even got anything. I should have some kind of like thing on the screen or something, but like the start of the readathon.
Can you trumpet? Woo!
Yes.
Very exciting. The readathon begins.
I know. Oh my god. I don't even know what I'm going to be reading. I have like an idea, but I don't have like a full
I always go with the flow. It's just like, I feel like reading this book, but I don't have that book, so I'll just go with another one.
Yeah.
Well, I will let you guys know now. I am attempting to do a 24 reading challenge for myself, so you all can hold me accountable. I'm going to try to read my entire poetry collection.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
I say entire collection. I'm a big fat liar. I'm going to read all the ones I haven't read yet, which is 13 anthologies. See how that goes.
Wow.
Wow. That's a commitment for sure.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
You're going to be so intellectual at the end of this. Like, you're going to be so deep and like, philosophical after this.
True.
Tomorrow's live is just going to be you saying like, oh yeah, there was this poem that was like talking about this and that, and I'm just going to be sitting going, okay, yeah, I read about cannibalism.
You're just like creeping up with one of like the Court of Whatever series, and you'll be like, they shagged. That's the
No, I have to. The thing is, I was thinking about starting Akmath, but like I'm doing a whole separate vlog, and then I wanted to vlog the 24-hour readathon. That's just like too much like brain power to be like, right, I'm going to stop this one now, and then I'm going to go into another one. So
yeah. I actually speaking of Avatar, I am going to go ahead and finish A Court of Frost and Starlight. I got into a really bad reading slump at the end of May, and I put this down at the time, and I'm like, oh, this will be a really great time to like try to finish that real quick.
Yeah. Are you liking it?
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just like a little novella. It's like a little side story. So it doesn't really, I mean, I'm not really seeing how it's fitting into the main plot, but of course I haven't obviously read the last one. So maybe it kind of bridges into it. I don't know, but it's pretty good. It's okay. You know?
Yeah. That sounds cute. I don't know. I feel like every time I think about that, I'm like, what's the point? Like,
yeah.
what is the point of having that?
Interesting to see if it's like, I don't know, because before I went online, I was like, do you have to read this book to like, and some people were like, yes, you do. But then some people were like, no, it's okay. So I was like, well, I'm reading all of them anyways. I might as well. And it's like super short, so it shouldn't take me too long. And it probably wouldn't have taken me too long if I hadn't gotten to that slump.
Yeah. No, I feel
reading
that.
slumps are killer, especially if you're reading like a short book. The moment that a slump hits, you're just like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, there's 100 pages.
Yeah, I could have finished it in like a day. But
yeah, I know. I'm hoping I'm like still semi in my slump. I'm like kind of am, kind of not. Because I'm the same, Hallie. Like I had like the worst reading slump ever at the end of May. And then I just feel like I've DNF'd so many books because I'm like, I start reading it. I'm like, I don't want to read this. And then I just like stop. And then it's a mess because then I can't actually read anything.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And like I did finally kind of get out of it. I started reading a book at the very beginning of June, and a book that should have taken me like 2 to 3 days to finish, it took me all week. And it was like, it's a middle grade book. It's super short. Why did it take me a week to finish this book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that moment, you're like, I don't know English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's a struggle for sure.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
I was going to start the Scythe series. My brother really wants me to start the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. And that's what I was going to do for this readathon. But then I thought, Lee and I are about to start the Infernal Devices tomorrow together. So I was like, I don't know if I want to tackle 2 trilogies like back to back. So I was like, let me go ahead and finish this little novella, and then we can move on to that one.
That's chill, especially because you're like a binge reader when it comes to like series. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I have to read them back to back. I can't. It's really hard for me to wait. I have to. I'm the same way with like shows, TV shows. I usually try to wait till the whole seasons are out because I don't like waiting.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah.
so deeply in my core.
Well, we're spoiled now, aren't we? Because like right now I'm watching The Handmaid's Tale. Well, The Handmaid's Tale, each episode comes out every week, so you have to wait. And I'm like, I'm so used to the whole season coming out now. Like I'm so spoiled. So
no, like what do I do? Is this how the boomers lived?
Yeah.
Is this how the boomers did it?
Yeah.
That is so funny. That's so true though.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. I like read one book and I'm like, I'll wait like 3 months and then I'll see if I feel like reading the next one.
Funny.
I think I'm gonna add to my story. So if you guys want to pose,
Okay.
Everyone always does those cute poses, and I'm just like,
we're all like, woo!
Yeah,
I take the photo.
Right, and we'll just go through some comments as well, because otherwise I get so far. Well, I don't get so far behind because there's not that many people commenting. But hoping to do some damage. Yes, I know Sean was like so behind on his May. I don't even know if he finished his May TBR. But let's hope that you get as much done as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You got this, Sean. You got this. We will be your personal hype man. We're gonna get you through it. Oh my God,
From Australia. That's always cool.
I know. I feel like it must not be a normal time over there right now.
No, there's like a 12-hour difference from like the UK to Australia. I'm almost sure.
I know. What time is it?
I don't have
you guys?
Is it not like 4 in the morning? Am I making that up? Am I insane?
It could be. The thing is, my knowledge of time zones goes like to the US, to Seattle, because that's where some of my family live, and then like maybe to like Turkey or something like the Middle East, and that's it. And then the rest of it, I'm just like, that doesn't exist.
Exist there.
12 midnight in Australia.
Wow.
That's not too bad.
I feel honored.
So that's not bad.
Anyway.
I sleep at like 9 p.m. every night. Like I would never.
He says tonight. It's not even the night. It's not even the night for me right now. But this is if anyone's confused, this is my dad. Just clarifying, it's not some random dude.
Morning for some of us.
Yeah, and thank you very much.
Happy birthday! I know. Did you have a good birthday? Did you have a fantastic day?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Honestly, like I feel like every year I'm like, this has been the best birthday because I can't remember the year before that. But it honestly was, from what I can remember, it was the best birthday that I've had so far.
Oh, that's good.
I love it when people have good birthdays and they like thrive. It makes my heart.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important. There's so many people that are like I get to be like, oh, not to go do a whole huge thing for my birthday, but I'm like, no, it's your birthday. Like you should be like, it's my freaking birthday.
Yeah.
Be nice to me all day. You know what I mean? Like,
I know some people don't, my husband, Jeremy, he hates his birthday. And I'm like, that's the day you're supposed to celebrate.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I'm not a big birthday person. I just,
well, like, yeah, I'm like, because I'm not a big birthday person in terms of like, oh, let me throw a massive party and like,
I want to go eat.
Yeah, but I'm like
I'm gonna eat.
I want you to send me nice things and I want you to tell me happy birthday and you know what I mean? Like I want to have a nice dinner. You know what I mean? Like it's just a day to be like,
I want you to remember this is my day. I'm an important person. I came into your life on this day.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I blessed everyone in the world on this day.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I have no idea if it's because of Chloe's birthday, but I had a birthday dream last night, and I had a dream that it was my 30th birthday, which I turned 30 last year. But I had a dream it was my 30th, and the 30th is like a big one. You're out of your 20s. Like I remember feeling like waking up on my 30th birthday, thinking like I'm done with my 20s. Like that's crazy. But I had a dream that no one remembered, no one said anything, and the whole dream I'm thinking, well, maybe it's like a surprise party type thing. Nope, no one. The whole dream, not my parents, Jeremy, no one. I was like, this birthday sucks.
Could you imagine if your husband didn't even remember it? I would divorce if I was with someone.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't remember my birthday. I'd be like, get out of my life.
I don't think it was that they didn't remember. I honestly think it was that they didn't care, which is worse.
It's worse.
It's worse.
Dramatic.
Absolutely not. Oh my god, yeah. That would never happen, Hallie, because I would remember your birthday and I would tell you happy birthday.
November 29th, guys. November 29th. Write it down. Get ready.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I've already got it in my calendar on my phone. As soon as someone says it, I'm like, I can't forget, put it in the calendar.
Yes.
So. Yeah. Well.
Hello.
Oh,
thank you. Sean's rewinding it. Yeah, he's not even finished ACOTAR. He started it at the same time I started it. He was supposed to buddy read it, and then he was like, I don't think that I can get through it. And he's still, I mean,
Sean
at least
said,
he's
I'm having a time right now.
Is it because you didn't like it?
I know. Does he not like it?
No, it's because he was ill and he had school and stuff like that. So it was just, you know, like when you just everything piles on top of each other. I think it was that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a struggle. I feel that.
Right. Should we do a round of this quiz that I've created, which I don't know how easy, how difficult, how good it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be fun, and then I'm like, actually, you guys might just be sitting there thinking, what is wrong with her? But we're going to see.
That's great.
The first round that I thought would be fun is I've basically gone through some of our videos and found some quotes from each of us that I think are quite fun. So I'm going to say there's certain people here that are a bit funnier and a bit shadier than others. There are some people that are very sweet in what they say. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have anything to like? I don't know whether you want to write down the answer or if you just want to sort of like guess, like just every time I say something, you just throw it out into the void and see if you got it right.
Yeah, I can throw it out in the void.
Yeah, we can just throw it out because I feel like I'm going to be head empty the whole time.
Awesome. Let me just get these.
I'm stressed, Chloe.
Actually, I'm going to take a picture with my phone so that because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see you. We'll do this. Oh, there we go. Right. I've put them in an order so that you shouldn't be able to guess like if there's a system because there's no system to it. So it's completely random of who it is.
Okay, so you're gonna be quoting other people's videos, and we have to guess who's
one of us five. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
yeah. Right. The first.
You're new to me. I haven't seen your videos.
Yeah. See, that's the only thing. It's difficult for Ray because
I don't know anyone.
We've all spoken.
I know.
That'll be interesting. Doesn't make sense, or there's just cursing in it. It's probably me.
Or Sarah.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, listen,
I will point out.
You.
I will point out, Sarah tends to be the one that says really shady things about other people. She's great at just like, throwing people under the bus or throwing a book under the bus. In the best way.
So mean.
You're not mean. You're just fun. You need that person.
Okay.
Leah is just like, honestly, I tried to go through and find something that Leah had said that was just mean or like shady or something. It's not. Leah's just constantly sweet all the time. And Hallie is very put together and basically everything she says. So if there's something that just sounds very like nice,
smart,
like it
has their life
together. And I think Ray sort of described herself quite well. No, anyway, the first one is quite easy for, it should be easy for Leah and Hallie and Sarah, because I think that this is quite, and I think that you might, based on what I've just said, you might be able to figure out who it was. So the first quote is, my sister's friend read this and said that it was boring.
Sarah.
And I was like, you have 2 brain cells.
Sarah. And then it closes up.
I feel like that's a given.
Oh, you have to watch that one, Ray. It's so funny.
Oh,
it's so good. It's so good. It's
Sarah's editing
Sarah's
editing skills are fabulous. The way she closes up on things, I'm like, that's what makes it funny is your close-ups. It's so funny.
Thank you. Listen, I didn't know people. I really didn't think that statement was going to be a whole situation, but apparently it was. I'm like, sorry.
It's iconic. It's like you're gonna have to get it put on your gravestone. Honestly, it's gonna.
Did your sister's friend see it?
No.
Okay.
No. Definitely not. But I always say shit like that anyway. So like people always know I'm joking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
So
Are we ready for the next quote? When I first heard this, I heard the first part of the sentence and I thought it was going to go one way, and then it just went a completely different way. And I was like, oh, interesting. If you dog ear your pages, then please send me your address so I can send you a bookmark.
Leah.
That's Leah.
It's Leah. I remember that.
I was like, if that was me, I'd say, send me your address so I can come and like beat you up. But
You
Leah says, send me a book.
I have some. I have stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Send you some.
Right. I think it's going well so far. Next one. Basically, if you want me to read a book, it has to be weird, twisty, or gay.
Ray.
Ray?
Ray. That's a Ray thing.
Yeah.
I've barely met you.
I'm already getting that vibe from you, so like I'm gonna say Ray.
I mean, look
Wait
at
to
me.
check out your channel.
Weird, twisty, gay.
I love it.
I can't wait to see your channel. I'm so
I know,
excited.
me too.
It's so good. There's that what's it called, that video where you're reading that short story that you're telling me about, like the vagina, whatever it was, the haunted vagina.
Haunted vagina. Okay. So I started my channel, I think, oh god, like 10 months ago or something. So I started it right before Halloween. So God forbid my editing and everything, but alas. But on Halloween, I decided I was going to do a fun little Halloween video where I was going to do a dramatic reading of The Haunted Vagina.
Oh my god, I love that.
And let me tell you, it took me on a journey. And I have yet to disengage from that journey. I'm still working on it.
I love that. I need to go find that.
I just need to go find that book. That's crazy.
That is so funny.
So good.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know that was like a thing.
Next one is very short. And to be fair, this is maybe a little bit more difficult because I think that a lot of people would say this. The quote is, "I'm a hoe for character development."
Sarah.
Sarah's
always saying that she's a hoe for something all the time.
So what do we take from that? What is the takeaway?
Listen, I mean,
cheers.
You know, I'm a girl with many passions.
You hope for character development. It
is what it is.
Okay. Are we ready?
I feel like mine and Ray's are just going to be so like blatantly obvious because we speak in such a specific way.
Yeah. That's what I found difficult with. So I'm in here as well at some point. I found it difficult. I was thinking, like, what have I said in the past that would be like, oh yeah, that's definitely Chloe. And I couldn't, like, I don't know, I couldn't really think of something. I did find some stuff. So I am in here at some point. But the next one, are we ready? And there's also, I would say a bonus point, but we're not really counting points at this time. But yeah. But like, if you can guess what this person is talking about. Right? What book this person is talking about. I'm just waiting for the Stockholm Syndrome to kick in.
You.
Yeah, I was going to say
you said that.
Avatar.
Yeah. And you said about Avatar, yeah. Because it's Beauty and the Beast you're telling, which is a story of Stockholm Syndrome.
Exactly.
Even though Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie, it's my favorite story, I just try to ignore all the others.
Yeah. Ignore the questionable.
Yeah, I just ignore that. And, yeah.
Right. Next one is, I think, quite simple if we know what this person is like. One thing you need to know about me is I'm obsessed with classics children's literature.
Hallie.
Like, is that Hallie?
Yeah, definitely Hallie.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I understand that Hallie has her life together. The rest of us.
Exactly.
I wrote my master's thesis on classic children's literature. So I'm kind of obsessed with it. I like it a lot.
I love that.
It's fun.
Right, are we ready for the next one? This is one of my favorite ones because when I heard this, I was just like, that's interesting. Very funny. I kind of randomly decided I'm going to tab it every time someone dies. And now I'm just kind of like, that's a lot of tabs.
Ray, maybe?
Ray? I feel like
that's a lot of
It's kind of
tabs.
a process of elimination at that point.
Well, I know Sarah tabs
was,
her book. I don't tab my books. I know Sarah does. I don't know if Leah does. So I was like, let's go with Ray.
I actually don't normally tab books. I tab books for university. But for some reason, when I was reading Battle Royale, I was like, I'm gonna tab it every time somebody dies. And then it was like, oh shit.
You're like,
a lot of people die. It starts like, bearing in mind, it starts off with, what is it, like 40 people, 40, and then it ends up with like in the lower single digit number. So a lot of people die.
oh my God.
Right. Oh wait, I'm just gonna, because we were talking about the haunted vagina, so we'll just bring this comment up.
That is so funny.
It's not available in the library.
You can get it on Kindle, and it's like dirt cheap on Kindle.
Is it on Kindle Unlimited? I'll literally read it for this
on Unlimited, but like it. If you've never heard of the genre, then it doesn't make sense. But it's called bizarro fiction, and it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. Her family's haunted. It's haunted. It talks. There's ghosts.
I just like the bit where it was like, what was it? He was asking about it, and she's just like, oh yeah, like it's just haunted. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
What else?
My vagina
Nothing new.
So I think it's cool. I have friends.
That is so funny. I need to see if they have that.
And Sean is confused. I'm basically just reading out quotes from one of us 5 people, and then the others are trying to guess who said it. And it's been going well so far. Gotta say. We're actually on to the last one now. And I think this one is quite obvious as well, based on the language. It's like a bloody onion, there's so many layers.
You? Was that you?
Yeah.
That sounds like something to say.
it was I was like, it's the bloody, like I don't think anyone says bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it's definitely not.
Do the Irish say bloody? Is it more UK?
Well, you see, that's interesting because Northern Ireland's part of the UK.
Oh, yeah. I always just see you guys as like one.
But no, the language is pretty like much the same, like across the border and everything. There are people who say bloody and stuff, and there's people who say like more like what you would imagine to be like Irish, like slang and stuff like that. But no, bloody's like a normal thing. I just don't say it.
I watched Dairy Girls, and that showed me a lot of what they say. Which I don't know. I don't think Dairy Girls is in Northern Ireland, maybe.
Dairy Girls
is Northern?
Dairy Girls is a weird thing. There's a lot of like history involved, but Dairy Girls is technically Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Sean's from Ireland, and he says he's never heard anyone say it.
See, I hear older people like say it. The youth don't. The youth do not care.
That's so
I'm not part of the youth, that's why. I've never been part of the youth. I am just an old person. In a
old man. Happy 80th birthday.
in a young person's body.
Literally.
Yeah.
What's the crack?
Yeah. They say it sometimes. Grand. Yeah, see, this is like, I don't think I've never heard anyone in England or Wales, maybe Scotland, but I don't think so. I don't hear a lot of people say grand.
I have never seen someone from like North or South Ireland spell crack with a K.
Oh, really?
Okay. Here's about this. No, because like the word like cracking something is different from like what's the crack. Like if you're saying what's the crack, it's like C-R-A-I-C crack. Yes, that's how you spell. Can I spell?
Oh, like Craig, yeah.
Just crack, but weird.
Oh, yeah, we've got a yeah.
There we go.
I guess it's the kind of thing where it's like it's spoken language. There's not as many people that write it. I feel like could you imagine if you wrote it in an essay? It was just like, oh yeah, what's the crack?
Yeah, anyone said what's the crack in one of my essays, my lecturers would be like, not much. How about you?
And then he said he didn't mean to type the other one. That's fine. Typos happen. Oh, the amount of times I'm terrible, because if I see that, especially in my stories, and if someone's seen my story and I've spelled something wrong, I'm like, oh no, it's the end of the world.
Because they don't let you edit it. It's annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
You delete it and do it all over again.
I have like constant typos 24/7, so I'm like, it's fine.
I am a walking, talking typo, so I relate.
I feel that 100%.
Right. Are we ready? Should we do a reading sprint at past?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seeing as that's kind of what we were supposed to be doing.
I know. It's like, that's what this is.
We'll do sprint, fun thing, chat, sprint.
What are you guys reading?
Oh yeah, let's talk about what we're reading.
Mm-hmm. Chloe, you can start, birthday girl.
I will start. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to have someone tell me what I can do. That sounded really really rude. Anyway, I'm reading Tender as a Flesh. I think I've got like 100 pages left. So this is what I was talking about when I said, I don't know who was here, when I said that I was reading about cannibalism. That's this.
I know. I really want to read that. It sounds so good and it sounds so disgusting, and I just can't wait to read it.
The interesting thing is everything is described in the way that if someone were to go into like a slaughterhouse, like for animals, it's described in exactly the same way. Just instead of saying like a pig or a cow, it just says human. Or like they call them heads. They're just like, oh yeah, it's just a head.
Oh, I love it. Excited to read that. Sounds very funky fresh.
Yes. Ray, what are you reading?
That's a wonderful question. I don't know. As I said, you can see all of my poetry.
Yeah, of course. One of them.
Yeah.
Just throw them in the air and see which one you catch.
You know what? You guys can help me pick.
Ooh, love that.
Go on. Tell us about everyone else's reads while I select 3 to let you choose from.
I am reading A Court of Frost and Starlight. I'm 134 pages in, so if I can finish it today, that'd be great. So almost done.
Oh yeah, I was like, me, wow, I just like my brain turned off for 2 seconds. I wanted to keep on the theme. So I'm reading Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. But Chloe would absolutely hate it because it is a smutty romance, and it is like an age gap romance, like between this girl and then like her boyfriend's dad. So it's
usual pen stuff.
It's juicy, but yeah, I was like, this will be a fun read. But it's on my Kindle, so that's why I don't have it to like hold up.
Just show the Kindle. It's a slab.
I'm literally just gonna read it on my phone.
I'll first start listening to the audiobook of The Bride Test because I still want to edit a video on the side. And when I'm done with that, I'll continue with Jade City.
Oh,
I haven't read more of it. I'm tired. I really need to read that. That's actually what I should probably read right now, to be honest. Maybe I'll read that instead.
But I want sauce on the side.
I know. I just want like some spiciness, at 8:30 a.m., as one does.
Exactly the right
time. Exactly.
I have narrowed down my selection, so I have 3 books for y'all to choose from, and this actually works into my whatever-a-thon thing because there's
very good.
People to pick what you read.
So,
very good.
Shall I read More Than You Wear by Christina Thatcher? Don't ask me what any of these are about. Don't ask. Still Life by Kieran Carson, who, fun fact, used to teach at my university before he died. Rip.
Aww.
Or Let Them Eat Chaos by Kit Tempest.
Ooh. I feel very inclined with the third one. The last one.
Yeah, I like the last one. It's just black, isn't it? We like all black.
Yeah.
Let Me Chaos?
Yeah.
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 I don't even know what is on the cover. It kind of, I don't know why, but for me it looks like a chicken hatching out of an egg.
It's a chicken. It's like
not a chicken, like a
world.
It's like burning.
Oh, like an explosion.
Oh, I like that even more now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one for sure.
Right, I'm gonna quickly go through some comments. Right, It's taking forever to come up on the thing. There we go. What's Akatar? It's a court of thorns and roses. Some people only say Akatar, and some people say a court of thorns and roses every time. But if I tried to do that, I would like constantly just be going blah 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 blah. So that's why I always say
all
Akatar.
the titles are so long, like because the second one's Court of Mist and Fury, Court of Wings and Ruin. It's so much easier just to say the
I call them a court of blah blah. Just a court of blah blah.
Yeah.
I can't with acronyms. They can befuddle my little tiny dyslexic pea brain. So I'm just like the court of things. The red one, blue one, green one.
Check it out though. It's good.
John is reading Wind Witch. Is that?
Ooh,
I'm guessing that's part of the Witch Lands Along read along then.
Yeah, it's the second book.
I don't know. Are they still going with it? Yeah.
I've heard that book is good.
Oh, yeah.
I love that the series is good.
Sean's just explaining. Oh, I'm not explaining the plot. We can skip over that. We don't have time for that.
Fairies.
Fairies.
Oh, I really want to read this. When I heard Maddie talk about this, I was like, it sounds so. Just that author in general sounds really interesting. Like anything. They, he, I can't remember. Is it he or is it they?
When in doubt,
we'll say they. We just say they. Yes, that they write. Because there was also, what was the other one that they've written? I can't remember. I feel like there's another one I can't remember. Anyway.
No.
Has heard of Akatar? Yes, you should read it. We're doing a read along, but we've already done the first one.
It's good.
Yes.
I'm not mad at it.
Sarah likes it.
Sarah's like,
I think we all like it.
Some things more than others, as you can imagine.
Well, I'm wishing there was a little bit more fairy smut, but like, I mean, it is what it is, you know?
I mean, what book are you on right now?
I just barely finished the second one.
Oh, okay, yeah, and there's more to come. There's more to come. There you go.
I heard the most recent book is pretty heavy with it.
Yeah, I was going to say
with the wings
too.
How long shall we?
I'm thinking.
All right.
Should we start off? I was thinking somewhere between 20 and 30 to start off. I haven't read a lot recently, so if I go in with like a 45 minutes, I'm probably just going to sit on my phone, like look through my phone. So that's not productive.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel? Shorter or longer?
20 30.
I'm okay with whatever.
A shorter one to kind of like kick it off.
Go for 25, maybe.
Sure.
That sounds good.
Right. I am gonna, let's try and do some maths. Right, if we go until, it's nearly 35 past now, so if we just go to the hour, that gives us 27 minutes.
Yeah, just go to the hour.
Yeah, that works.
That way I don't have to worry about too much maths. There we go.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm like, are we good? Like, not me and Chloe just staring at each other like,
then I'm like, I'll just sit and stare at everyone until they sort of like get
it. Until they feel us staring.
Yeah. Right. How did everyone's reading go?
I read 52 pages of We Eat Chaos.
Ooh, love that. Are you liking it?
It turns out it is one long spoken word poem, and like it is like making ascend to another plane of existence. This is one of the most beautifully written things I've ever read, and I'm just I love it. I love it.
What a wonderful way to start this off.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. What's the theme of it? Has it got like a
London? Life.
London. Okay.
Living. What is life? What is living?
Ooh,
that sounds like
what are we?
That sounds really good.
Very interesting.
It's so like grimy and real, and I'm reading it and I'm like, this makes me like everyone where I live and where I come from, and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, it's just like making me like mentally ascend. I'm like
listen, I love that for you. How'd you do, Hallie?
Not bad. I got to chapter 18, page 159. I got to chapter 18 like a couple minutes before we were about to end, so I was like, well, I'll just wait because I don't like stopping books in the middle of the chapter. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's just like I said, a little side story, and I don't know, like I think another reason why I got into a reading slump is because I was kind of getting like ACOTAR'd out a little bit after Court of Rings and Ruin. I love Court of Rings and Ruin is my favorite so far of the series. And so, like, I love that one, but at the same time, Mass, just some of her like writing style choices and her descriptive imagery choices, I'm like, it can sometimes be really repetitive. Like, okay, yeah, we get it.
It's really repetitive.
For ribbons, like you've said that 500 times in this book. Like, or she always says, like, oh, you know, they gave them a vulgar gesture, which we all know is just flipping them off. But like she's just constantly uses the same descriptive energy, and sometimes that gets a little annoying to me. And then there's one thing that super gets annoying to me. And I'm going to say it without spoiling it because I'm not going to say character names, okay? And Ray, I think you've read it. You seem like you've read it, right?
I don't think I've read the novella. I have the novella. Am I ever going to read it? Maybe not.
Well, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to say anything because I know that Sarah, you're there. Chloe's not. People online might not be, so I'm not going to say character names. But the whole mating thing is a thing.
Oh my god!
And I hate with a passion that certain characters will refer to their mate as my mate did this and my mate did that. I mean, Chloe, I can tell you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it.
That's gonna be hilarious.
I have seen people talk about that, especially in the third book, like say that it's just always, my mate did them. Like, I think
instead of just saying their name like a normal human being.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Emma Books, she did a Goodreads review, and she literally gave it 1 star, ACOWAR, and she literally said like he counted the amount of times they used the word mate, and it was like hundreds of times. She was like it was really funny, and I was like, oh no, because it bothers me when I'm reading Sarah J. Maas, and she says the exact same like descriptors multiple times, and it always seems like it's only multiple times in like chunks of the book. So I'm like, okay, is it just like one chunk of the book that you kind of wrote all at once and you're just using the same words, and then the next chunk of the book is like a different descriptor that you're using a million times? So I feel like that'll probably annoy me a lot.
I hate the mate. So they do that in this one. They do the, you know, my mate stared out or my mate looked at me. It's like, just say their name. Like, it's so annoying. Like, it's so cringy.
That is so cringy.
Funny. But I do get over it because, I like the story overall. Like, that's the thing. I try to ignore those types of things because I like the story overall.
Yeah.
I try to get past it. It didn't ruin it for me. It was just every time I get to one of those parts, I'm like, oh.
You're like, why?
So
funny. Yeah. So then, does this novella then like not have anything to do with like the overarching plot of like the first 3 books? Like, is it just kind of like a random little like peek into their life side story?
There's a bit of a plot in there that I'm wondering if it will connect.
They said side quest.
Like a side quest. I don't think, I mean, obviously Ray hasn't read it, but you've read the rest of them.
I didn't even read the last one because
you never read the last one. Okay.
Where I was like, we get it. Don't touch the wings. It makes them not okay.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I really don't know. Right now, it feels like just like a little side story. I'll definitely let you know what I think when I finish it. If it's like, yeah, I think this is like, needs to be read before, but right now it just kind of they're getting read. I can't say too much because you need to read A Court of Wings and Ruin.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you need to read the second and third book to kind of understand, or else it'll be a spoiler. But they're getting ready for a big party, basically.
Okay.
But like, they're getting ready for a big party. Yeah, can't say much else.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Still not getting how it connects to the other ones, but if it does, definitely.
Yeah. I just wonder like why she made that. But you know what I mean? Because I've heard because I know a lot of people don't care for that novella. Like they're kind of like that. They're like, it's kind of like pointless in terms of like the whole storyline, and like I've heard a lot of people say that you don't need to read it. So then sometimes I don't know. That's why I don't really care for novellas. I feel like if you're not giving me like extra information that would be useful, maybe it's like a prequel novella or something like that. It's like, what's the point of a novella?
I think I agree. I don't really do a lot of novellas when it comes to series, but some people I think do kind of like the we want to see what their life looks like outside of the main plot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if you're into that, cool. I'm more for it in the main plot. Like I want to know. So yeah, I get you. Yeah. Anyways, how did you guys do?
I was inspired by Leah. I did. I started reading Jade City because I was like, okay, you big dummy. Like you literally are so behind. Just freaking read it. I was like, I don't know why I wasn't. So, but I only read like 12 pages because I went and I made myself a coffee. But yeah, where I stopped, I literally read the one chapter and like so much shit happened and I was like, why did you stop there? I just right away was just getting like action and stuff, but I liked it. I'm enjoying it.
Read.
I read let me find it. Chapter 38 is where I started. And then I'm in the middle of chapter 39. So it's the twice lucky.
Oh, where am I? I need to check.
I don't know where I'm at yet.
Oh, yeah. That's really something where a lot of stuff happens.
Yeah, I know. That's why. And I was like, already I'm like in the middle of like chapter 39 and it's not like action stuff, but it's just, I feel like at this point on, everything is just happening. There's so much stuff happening, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. How far are you guys, Chloe, Haley?
I'm on chapter 29, so I'm literally 10 chapters behind. I haven't read it. I think I've read, 20 pages or something like that in the last 2 weeks. It's actually ridiculous, but...
Wait, so did you get, the juicy shit yet? What page are you on? The important...
No, the thing is, I think you messaged me saying it was 30-something, the chapter. So I'm on page 245.
Oh, yeah, it's 277, I think. Page 277.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well,
I feel like that's the turning point of the book, and then that's when after that, it's everything is just in motion. How far are you, Hallie?
Yeah. Chapter 23.
She's
I'm real behind. I'm not getting into this book as much as I wanted to. I'm very interested by this, the characters. Because Lan, I think he's kind of a cool character. Hilo or Hilo, he annoys the crap out of me. he gives me that. He gives me that younger brother trying to prove himself energy, which is cool. But
I'm you better watch what you say, Hallie.
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Sarah's gonna come over and fight you.
I know.
I will.
No,
I'm gonna bring out that hero energy.
I don't dislike him. He gives me that young brother trying to prove himself. And I get that, but like, you know, I just like Lan's maturity a lot more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I keep reading it and I'm like, I would this would be a cool TV show. Like I kept thinking like I would love to see this adapted and maybe I could get into it more because I feel like I can't visualize some of it. And I feel like I would really love to visualize what's actually happening. Yeah. Especially with Jade because I'm not really always getting those connections. I don't know. Maybe it's just my reading slump, guys. I got into a bad one and honestly fantasy is not the best thing to get me back into. Yeah. Reading because
you've been reading a lot of fantasy as well too. Yeah. I feel like that's also probably why.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't read a lot of urban fantasy either. And so it's I'm not following it along, but I'll get to it.
Yeah. I love urban fantasy. So I'm really surprised at how much I'm like loving this book. Good. Because especially because like I don't like that, like I go like a good amount of time without picking it up. And then we're also reading it so slow that I was like nervous that it would get me like out of it. But I feel like every time I pick it up and I keep reading it, I'm like, oh no, I'm into this. This is so good.
Good.
Yeah. So
I need to get to that point. I need to get there. Leah, how are you liking it?
I really like it so far. I read a little bit more. I'm at page 420, so I'm beyond our reading goal for this week. I'm planning to finish it this weekend because next week I want to go through my notes a little bit because I made some notes since I'm one of the hosts. But I really like it.
I'm not even the host, but I'm like same.
But I think the political stuff sometimes can be a little bit dry. But other than that, I think it's a really good book so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I even like the political stuff because I like that they don't dwell too much on one aspect for too long. Like I like that it changes a lot and it'll change like who we're kind of following in each chapter. So I feel like I like that part of it too. And the chapters are only like 10 pages. So it's nice because then if something's a little bit slower, then I can just literally finish that chapter and then like something else is happening and then we go follow that. But yeah. Did you listen to more of the Bride Test, Leah?
Yeah, a little bit more. Did you guys read the Bride Test?
I did. No, I loved that book.
Because in this book we have like two main characters and one is a girl from the slums and the other one is a guy called Kai and he has autism. And the mother from Kai is kind of trying to set them up. And I don't know, it's really funny to be in Kai's head is what I want to say without spoiling anything. It's just really fun to follow him.
I love him. I loved that book. Like I was like, this is one of my favorite romances like I've read this year. Like it's so cute. 10 out of 10 content. And then how did you do, Chloe?
Right. Oh, I can't remember. I think I did all right. A couple of chapters, and then I was just going through my phone because you guys were all responding to the story and stuff like that. So, like, reposting. This is the first time, so I just went out and bought myself some of the sticky tab post-it things for the first time because otherwise I've been using, like, post-it notes, which are just ugly. So I went and bought myself, so I've been tabbing it. Can't even see it. This is the first one. But there's just, I feel like in this book, there's not so much that's been just because, like, I can stomach a lot of stuff. So there's not that much that's made me go, like, ugh. There's definitely been a couple of things, but, like, I've been all right with that. There's so many just interesting points it makes about humanity. And, like, I knew that it would be the case because it's talking about cannibalism. It's like, what's the difference between eating animals and eating humans? Yeah. And it's exactly what I was looking for. I think that it depends how much you can stomach really, but anyone that likes to sort of challenge their perceptions on things and like thinks that that's an interesting moral dilemma to read about, I think you're going to like it. It's really good.
Nice.
I'm excited to read it.
I'm going to go through the comments. Go find
Hello. Sorry for disappearing. My cousin just appeared at my door, like my bedroom door, and just rammed it, and I was like, yes.
Wait, how did you I can't remember, did you say how your how the poetry thing was? Oh yeah, because you said it was a long poetry, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh, Blue Bloods. What is
Sean
that about?
said he read Blue Bloods. I want to say I've heard of it, but then I don't think I have.
Does it make you have to
sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's giving me vampy vibes.
Maybe because it sounds like True Blood. I think that's a TV show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Blue Blood is like kind of like what you refer to people who are like purebloods and like royalty and shit like that. I don't know. Gives me fantasy vibes though, definitely.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 14 pages.
John read 14 pages. Very good. And then this made me see because when I say mate, it means a friend. So if I'm like, oh yeah, my mate went to the shops the other day, it wouldn't be like, because it just sounds stupid. And I think there's a big population of people that'd be reading that and just be like, I'm confused. Was there not supposed to be some kind of like relationship thing going on? It's not just friendship.
Well, they kind of explain the whole mating thing. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the imprinting that they talk about in Twilight. That was all I thought about. And that's kind of weird and creepy too. So it's like,
to be fair, in Twilight they have mates as well.
Yeah.
Those vampires.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just be a big fantasy thing. They're like, oh my god, you're like destined to be with me, or like,
it's like so weird to me. Like I just feel like it's so unnecessary. It's like you can just like be in love and like want to be together.
I'm sorry, like imagine if you are like this high fae who like lives to like, I don't know, 700 years old. You telling me you're only ever going to be in one relationship for the entirety of your life?
Yeah.
People change.
Yeah, well, I'm like, what if you like that's your mate? Like you like low-key don't even like them.
Yeah, you're like
they talk about that. They talk about mating with people that don't like you back. Yeah, they talk about that.
I'm like atrocious.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Jade City, right? While you were gone, because all four of us are part of a Jade City buddy read, and I know that there's a couple of people that I've heard about that have read Jade City and just didn't finish it, and I think it takes a certain mindset to get into it, and I think that's why some of us aren't as far in as we would like to be.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, it's definitely on the longer side, isn't it? And it's like more kind of like of an urban fantasy thing, is what
urban fantasy.
The gangs are there
just enough 500 pages.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's a very specific type of like plot, you know, and like kind of like setting that if you're not into this kind of like rival gang like type thing, you're not gonna be into it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's very specific.
Yeah, I think in Jade City also the beginning was quite difficult to get into because of all of the names and stuff how they're written them.
Yeah, I literally took notes. Me and Chloe exchanged notes.
And we didn't exchange. You just gave them to me because I was like, I've read it and I can't be asked to go back and make notes. So you send me yours.
I made a mind map in the beginning because I was so confused.
Yeah, I stopped after like a couple chapters because like I finally got the hang of it. But I mean, I feel like that probably also helped me a lot too because I wasn't reading it and like super confused because I was like taking the time to like write everything down.
Yeah, same.
Disappeared to go. We always. I always like having a shower.
I was gonna say we love a good shower.
Yep.
Now you're like freshly awake.
That's always the best feeling. I remember when I was doing a 48-hour readathon, and I was just so tired because like I attempted to. I basically went to sleep, had like 4 or 5 hours sleep, and then woke up, which is not normal for me. Like I need at least 7 or 8 hours sleep, and I was just like falling asleep, just like. So I was like, I'll go in the shower. You get out of the shower, and then I was just like, oh my god, I feel like I've been born again.
Yeah, you're like wide awake. Yeah, I feel like.
Oh wait.
Just going back to the annotating one really quick. I feel like I only annotate like certain books because I'm like some stuff. It's like it's not even like anything to annotate. I feel like for me, it's mainly like fantasies that I annotate. There's like so much going on.
Yeah.
I have a weird relationship with annotating because I annotate all of my university reads. I annotate the goddamn hell out of it. And I annotate books I really don't like. Not books. People are like, oh, I annotate books I like. Like, I like to. No, if I don't like a book, I will be like writing in the margins, being like, what the fuck? Like, oh, yeah.
I think that's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I read The Girl in 6E, and literally, I lent my friend the book, saying to her, I don't like this book. I don't think it's great, in my opinion, in my personal taste. And I was like, but I want you to read it so you can read my commentary.
Is that the one? Is that the one that's the girl that's stuck in the apartment because she feels like she's going to kill everyone if she gets out? Oh my god, I read that and I was just like, and I think it's a woman. It's like a woman author as well. It's like, why do you feel the need to write this about women? Like you're just casting a bad light on women because there's like such a like sexual like
there's like
tension,
casual racism and like sexism, and just not nice stuff. But also the character was just a big melter.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, but I always write stuff. Like when I was annotating Akhtar, I was like always just like writing like stuff. Like I'll be like, what the fuck? Or like I'm like, okay, bitch, you know? I'm just like always just like writing things in my book.
Keeping a tally count of the amount of time she says mate.
Yeah. Circle it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Jade is a super intimidating book.
I am back to the annotating thing. I was just thinking, I never write in my books. I only have a tablet. The one thing is, because I had a post-it note, I'd written, where is it? I basically, because it reminded me of, you know, the whole plot of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and it's this book, bearing in mind, so very ironic. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where they go through different rooms and stuff like that. There was a point in this book they were literally going through step by step the process of like slaughtering humans, and I was like, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but just R-rated.
It's what really happened to Augustus Gloop.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. I was definitely, the only reason that I said yes to the buddy read is because I'd literally just started. Steph was like, hey, we're doing a buddy read. Do you want to join in? And I was like, yes, I want friends, which obviously it's worked out very well for me. But like, honestly, I was like, I never read fantasy. Like, I wasn't a fantasy reader. I'm still not a fantasy reader. I was like, whatever, I'll just do it. We'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I was the same way too. I was just like, okay. And then I was just nervous because I was like, I don't read adult. Like, even if I ever read fantasy before, it was always YA. So I was like, adult fantasy is just terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Ooh, a vampire.
So yeah, that's Bluebird. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think Melissa de la Cruz, isn't she the author of like the Descendants books? I feel like that's a thing.
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard of her before.
So I actually Googled Blue Bloods, and I did read that book, but like over 10 years ago, so I don't remember anything about it.
Oh my god. That is so funny.
Do y'all ever just get like glimpses of memories of books that you read when you were like 11 and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? You remember the most minuscule parts of the plot. You don't remember the name. You don't remember anything. And you're like, did I dream that?
Yeah. I know. I have a lot of that. I like read so much when I was younger and I like don't remember one of the books, but I'll like be like, oh, I had that one book where it said in a school and then they did this and then there was like a ghost. Like I just like remember the random things about it.
Yeah.
And I just, not for the life of me, remember what it is.
Big mood.
Ooh, minty shower gel. Listen, love
we
mint.
Stand.
Yeah, I would minty shower gel. I'm just saying, like, not to be too like go into details, but is it not uncomfortable in certain areas? Minty.
Well, I mean, it's shower gel, so I don't think it's like not safe.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, no, I don't. I get that it's safe. I don't think anyone's selling shower gel and being like, "Oh yeah, this is just gonna like damage you."
Another go.
Got to page 100. Yes, definitely give it another go. I think it definitely took me at least 150, 200 pages for Jade City, right, to get into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like because there's so much world building happening, there's so much that you have to understand about the world before you can really like get into it. I feel like you should give it another go.
Yeah, I feel like the first 100 pages were just introduction to the world and story and character.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no! Oh, I just skipped. Oh, well, there was a thank you. Roald Dahl's books got me into reading as a child. I literally haven't read. I think this is kind of blasphemy considering I'm English. I should have read his books, but I don't think I've read a single one.
The only one I've read is The Witches, and I remember because I loved the movie growing up, like the original one with I forget her name,
Angelica
Houston. Yeah, I was gonna say we used to go to Blockbuster, and every single week we would go rent a movie, and my mom would always yell at me because every single week I wanted to rent The Witches, and she was like, pick something else. So I was like, no, it was my favorite movie ever. And so finally, I think like last year, I finally read it, and it was so good. It was so cute. So I need to read more.
I've read a lot of his. I like them. A lot of people don't know that there's actually a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, and it's so good. I loved it. Giant Peach is really good. Yeah, I love Roald Dahl. I need
to get some. I'm thinking maybe sometimes they sell like the box sets you can get where they've just got loads of different ones. Maybe I should do that and just do like a Roald Dahl reading vlog or something. Yeah, that'd be fun.
They won't take long. They're pretty short. Like
they're
really short. They're really good.
Yeah.
Love them.
Just finished work, ready to read. Woo. We're actually I'm thinking I want to do another round of this quiz thing that I'm doing, and then we can get back to reading once we've caught up with these comments. Right. Awesome. And then this is just in reference to the minty shower gel. It's from Lush. I like Lush.
That's nice.
Love that.
Lush is fancy.
Very, very fun.
It is, honestly.
Super fancy.
Yeah. It's just so expensive though. It's like I can't afford to just go and get. I would if I could. That would be the place I'd get everything because like it's cruelty free and stuff. It's so difficult to find cruelty free shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that without spending like $20 or something like that on a bottle of shampoo that lasts you for a month. And it's like I don't have that money.
Yeah, I know. I've never bought anything from Lush either, but every time I go, I just like look at everything. I'm like, oh, I wish I could afford you.
Yeah. The best thing is just walking past it and just smelling everything. And you would think that with all the different scents that it would be like disgusting, but it just still smells nice.
It just smells so good.
Yeah.
You guys don't. Sarah will know it. I don't think the rest of you guys have Bath and Body Works, but I used to work at Bath and Body Works like 4 years, and everyone would be like, "How do you stand the smell in there?" And I'm like, "You get so used to it." But the nice thing about working at one of those places is that every time you leave, you smell good. Like you always smell good when you leave work. So, Bath and Body Works is very similar. It's got like candles, but it also has like body wash and all scentsy, all great good things.
Yeah.
See, to be fair, I was going to say I'm a candle maker. I make candles. I have a candle brand. It's a thing. But that's like there's one room in my house that it does not matter if I have not made candles in a month. You open that door and you just get a waft of just fragrance.
Yes.
And it means like I'm just walking about constantly like smelling like something. Just something, but something.
Listen, that's good because then you never need to put on like perfume or anything. You just always smell good. Also, don't about you having a candle brand. Shameless plug it. What's the name?
Yes.
Give us the link. Like, hello. I want to know about this.
It's a little tiny one. It's called Kindred and Kindling because I said fancy.
Love that.
That was actually why I had to disappear there because my cousin and his wife were like, can we get 10 candles? And I was like,
oh, dang.
Yeah, so he just like rammed on my door and he was like, I'm here for my candles. And I was like, so yeah, fun fact about me. I make candles.
I know. Listen, that's wonderful.
Chloe said, time for my thing.
No, I was just reading the
Yeah,
see, actually saying that, I feel like their show gel, I've only ever bought their what's it called? The one that's like pink and sparkly.
Fairy
and
dust.
It smells just fairy something or other.
I have
fairy dust.
I have a candle that I make which smells like that, but I named it fairy dust. So every time I think about snow fairy, I like fairy dust, and I'm like, no, Rachel, that's your knockoff.
I need to get that. Your knockoff. Yeah. Yeah. No, and that lasted. I only bought the really tiny ones because I couldn't afford to get the big ones, and they would last for like a while. So yeah, it depends how much you use, obviously. But we've got a question, a business inquiry. How much are your candles? Do you accept international orders?
I don't do international right now just because it is like so small. I am just a little tiny baby candle brand. Because I ship from Northern Ireland, like it's a pain, especially because like Brexit and everything. Brexit. I cannot speak. I cannot say the accursed word, but because
we don't even need to. It's that which shall not be named.
that shall not be named. Everything's just up the left.
Yeah, I feel like when I go back to the UK at some point, I will have to order because like that's what I always do. Anything, like Etsy and stuff like that, it's so expensive to get it shipped here. So I'm like, I go back to the UK, I order everything, and then I take it back with me.
You're like, ha ha ha, my hole.
Yes.
That's smart.
I do the same with books, but then I like get to the airport and I'm like, please don't tell me to take my books out of my bag. I know it's heavy, but I just want them. Right. As for the quiz, the thing is, I'm sitting here thinking, right, I made a round that was questions about myself, but now I'm like, is that really self-centered? Do I sound like
it's for your birthday?
Okay, right, okay, fine. Do you know what? I went even as far as to like write the questions in third person, which maybe sounds a bit like I'm full of myself. I'm not going to read them up like that. I just thought I was being funny, but no. Anyway, so these ones I have written them as if you would write the answers down, but you can also just like again shout out into the void. It can be a team effort, shall we say? So I think the thing is, there's not too much about books. There's one question about books, but I just thought, some other things to do with me.
Are these just like specific answers, or like can there be multiple answers for some of these?
So there are some that's multiple answers, and I will say which ones they are. And some of them are specific. But they're all something to do with something that you would have seen either on my Instagram or my booktube, or something I've told a person at some point. I would have told one of you four, if not all of you at some point.
So basically, which one of us is the big stalker? Okay.
Exactly, yeah. But as I said, it can also be a team effort if you want to hide yourself and not be known on the internet as a stalker.
Love that.
Right. So I think we all at this point know that I really like music. So just to see how aware people are of what I'm posting cover-wise on my Instagram, No. Name as many songs or artists that I have covered on my Instagram.
Oh, your covers.
I know you've done a Halsey one, and you've done Youngblood.
I know you did Ed Sheeran. Yes. I know you did an Ed Sheeran one.
You did John Legend.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran's the only one I remember.
I was gonna say, I feel like the other ones I don't remember because I didn't know the songs. I didn't know.
The other ones I can't remember because I didn't watch them.
No, it's because I like literally don't know some of like the artists, so I'm like, I have
no, fair enough. That's actually pretty good. I did one Bruno Mars, one Oasis, And Billie Eilish.
Was the Billie Eilish one I forgot? Yeah. I remember that one.
Anyway.
You now need to do an Olivia Rodrigo song.
Oh no, don't get her started on Olivia Rodrigo. She doesn't like Olivia Rodrigo.
Listen, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm bitter. I am the old person that looks down upon young people because they have achieved more.
I'm like, me and Chloe have already had arguments about Olivia Rodrigo.
But then I started talking to Sarah about Machine Gun Kelly, and then it was like, okay, we'll forget about that situation. Now we'll just talk about this instead.
So we don't bring her up.
No, maybe I will cover one of her songs. The only thing is I find is she's one of those people that sings quite low and then sings quite high. So I can't sing high enough. And if I put it down so that I can sing the high notes, I can't sing the low notes. So it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But Billie Eilish is quite young tue.
Yes, but I don't know why. I think also I think the thing I always
are like the same. We were both like, okay, but
Billie Eilish.
I already gave her the Taylor Swift. The Taylor Swift argument.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I do have. I argue about everything. Like I will always come up with an argument. Taylor Swift, I didn't start listening to until she was like in her 20s, so she didn't even exist before then for me.
No, I get it. When I first saw how old Olivia Rodrigo's was, I was like, oh, dang, she's only 18.
Yeah.
And she's like singing about this stuff. And then part of me's just like, girl, have you really gone through all of that? Because you're 18.
Yeah, but it's also, I think the whole drama thing, the fact that like she's come out of like, I think the reason she's doing so, or not the only reason, but one of the reasons that she's got the hype and the attention she has is because there was the whole drama associated with the song. When you have drama associated with a song, it's like people are obviously going to listen to it and then realize that they like the song. But it is that's what you get.
I was very late to the Olivia Rodrigo wagon, so I have no idea what drama you're talking about. You don't have to go into it because I'm sure we have to go through the other things. But
I was very late on the train. Yeah, do you know driver's license?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a line about him being with a blonde girl, right? And then it's obviously like, who's the blonde girl? Oh my god, who's this song about? Is that basically? It's anyway. Second question: Hamzy is not an English or a Danish name. If you think it's an English or a Danish name, then you maybe need to do some research on names. But no, why is my name Hamzy? Why is it not English or Danish?
I remember this. You talked about this. In one of your vlogs. I'm trying to remember the whole story though, because it had something to do with your dad.
Oh, you don't need the whole story. I mean, if you have the whole story, then that's
I don't remember the whole story. I remember you talking about it, and it was really interesting. The whole story. But man, I can't remember it now.
Didn't they like mix something up with your last name when they were trying to register your uncle or your father?
Yeah.
And it's the last two or something are mixed up. I can't remember because when he went to England and got registered, they mixed it up.
Yes.
Yeah, they said. But what started that? Where does basically the question is where does my name come from? That would probably have been a better question.
And you said it's not Danish or
it's not Danish. It's not English.
Like how do you say it in English? Turkish.
It's close to Turkey.
I'm like, I don't have a clue.
I don't know.
I did mention it, but to be fair, no, it's Lebanon. But like, it doesn't. It's like Middle Eastern, basically, is the thing. It's like it's not European. It's Middle Eastern. Yeah, this is the thing. Is I don't think anyone has a chance of being able to actually answer this. Maybe, I don't know. If you've gone back and looked at my channel at the beginning, I started my booktube channel in January 2021. Do you know what my first video was?
Was the booktube newbie tag?
I was gonna say, was it like your reading habits tag?
Yeah. Ding ding ding. Yep, it was. So one of the things that whenever someone asks me like what I read, I always say I just read a bunch of everything basically. So I read across a lot of genres. do you have any idea what I would guess would be my favorite genre, if I had to say?
Horror.
There's two answers to this, kind of. Yeah, horror is one of them.
Thriller.
Yeah, definitely horror.
Yeah, horror and thriller. Even though I don't read that many horrors and thrillers, but like when I do, it's great.
The best.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I'm in the middle of my exam season. What am I studying?
Medicine.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've
Oh.
ever specifically said the specific medicine that you're studying, though.
Oh, it's just medicine. That's just what it's called.
Just medicine.
It's literally
What do
just
you want to
medicine.
do? What do you want to do with it? Like, what type of medical career do you want in that field?
The thing that got me into it. What?
Is it puppy?
What are you saying? Oh, how did I not see that?
Okay, go on.
Anyway, the thing that got me into it, like interested, was surgery. So like some kind of surgery, basically anything that isn't like your standard practitioner. Like I don't like the idea of someone coming in and saying it hurts here and here and here, and then you being like, okay, well I'm going to examine you and blah blah blah. Like I know that's a part of it and everything, but I like internal medicine, so it'll probably be something like that.
Okay. So you'd want to do surgeon. You would do a surgeon.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Cool.
I don't know what type though. There's so many different things. This is the two things that I always say because they're complete opposites is either forensic pathology, like, you know, studying dead people, or gynecology and obstetrics, like bringing new life into the world. So it's like either life or death, either end. Right. Okay. Do you have any idea? So what's a book that I've maybe mentioned multiple times or that I would consider a favorite book?
Funny.
Battle Royale.
I was trying to think of your favorite Stephen King book, and I think it's either It or The Shining. Maybe it's It.
Yeah, I would say It's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember you saying that was your favorite Stephen King book.
Mm-hmm. And Battle Royale.
Very good.
I know you love
Battle
that
Royale,
book.
yes.
I was gonna hop on with Battle Royale because girls need to.
Yeah, you guys need to, if you're at all interested in dystopia or just reading about people killing each other, just you know, it's so good. Yeah, they were all very good. They're basically what I'd say. The only other one that I've mentioned a couple of times is The Devil All the Time by Dolores Pollock. That was the one that had the Netflix adaptation with Tom Holland. It was like, I just remember seeing like all the cast list, and it was like, it's got Spider-Man in, it's got Batman in, it's got Pennywise in it, it's got like, it just had all these famous people.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah. It was really good. Yeah. They did really well with like just adapting it properly. And I think that's why it's one of my favorite book to film adaptations, because you either have to do it so spot on that it's like exactly the way the book was written, or you have to go in a different way. You can't sort of go in the middle, because then it's just like no one's happy with it. But I really liked it. Yes.
Listen, I feel like we're doing pretty good. I feel like we know you, Chloe.
Yes, and that was all the questions. So I feel very happy. I don't think
you're yeah, we do.
Very nice to know that. I'm just kidding. But Billie Eilish. It depends which song it would be, because I feel like if Bad Guy was on, I would not be falling back to sleep. Could you imagine falling asleep to
makes me think of grimy clubs and my feet sticking to the floor. So Bad Guy makes me think of hi, I miss those days.
Definitely not falling asleep to that then.
No.
Yes. Right. Are we up for some more reading?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we should be, because otherwise it'd be a bit of a failed attempt at a readathon. Do you want to go for longer this time or the same?
I don't mind. What time is it?
Whatever. I don't mind.
It's 1:45, whatever time it is for you.
Yeah. The same, maybe?
Yeah? What did we do last time? We did like half an hour. It takes us to 1/4 the hour.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. And then after this, I have one more quiz round. How far are you into that? Surely it doesn't take that long to read something like that. It doesn't look very long.
I'm 52 pages into it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. There we go.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Hello.
You jump scared me.
I try. I whisper. I whisper the quietest I can ever whisper, and yet I still scare people. There must be something. It must just be my aura. It just scares people.
How did we do?
Oh, wait. I swear there's such big lag on my computer. I click on something, it takes like a minute to load. Anyway, I did all right. I'm nearly done. I think I've got like 20 pages left, so I'll definitely be able to finish it soon.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yay. That's good. How are
What
you
about you,
liking
Ray?
I finished Let Them Eat Chaos. I am now reading If All the World and Love Were Young by Stephen Saxton. I am almost halfway through it. Fun fact, this is written by one of my lecturers.
Love that.
It's a poetry collection by one of my lecturers. It is beautiful but convoluted. I don't know how I feel about it. But it's all based off of Super Mario World. But it's really weird because the collection is about the time in his life when his mom was dying, and he played a lot of Mario, and it's like these little moments that are like tied into like the Mario like universe. There's a lot of like really lovely description about setting and everything, and I am not like nature poetry kind of person. But like every time one with his mom pops up, I like sit here and kind of like cry to myself. So there's that.
That sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
Hallie, how's your?
Yeah, just got farther. Got to chapter 21, page 190. It's getting good. I mean, the whole book is good. It's just, I don't know, there's not much of a plot to it. You're seeing more of the characters and how they interact with one another and like how they feel about certain things, especially after the events of the third book. So you're kind of seeing a lot of that, but there isn't just like a major plot point, but it is kind of getting interesting because we're seeing two characters interact that I've been wanting to see them interact for a minute. So I'm glad we got there. So that's good.
Yeah,
I can't say who. You'll have to.
I know. I'm like, oh, it's so annoying. I want to know.
I know. I don't think. Yeah. You'll have to figure it out.
That's good. Yeah, I read 16 pages of Jade City, and that's it. But yeah, it's good. Enjoying it. Don't have much else to say.
They're on the page. They're fun.
I honestly didn't listen to my audiobook because I'm at the part in my video where I have to listen to what I are actually saying at the moment. Yeah, so I hope it's okay that I'm just editing at the moment. I thought I would be done a little bit quicker, but my computer is just like so slow.
Productivity, we love it.
Yeah,
well, listen, you're
just any kind of productivity. Yeah, exactly.
What an interesting idea for a live show is like, we're all going to get on our live shows and edit our videos while we chat.
Just productivity skins with the girls.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because I refilmed my May wrap up because I hated the first one I filmed. So I redid it yesterday. I'm like supposed to have it out on Monday, and I have not edited it all. So that'll be fun.
I meant to have my May wrap up on Monday as well, and I filmed it yesterday and haven't edited because I got drunk with my friend last night accidentally. And hence why I'm like not a human being. I've had 4 hours sleep, so I'm just like,
listen.
And I'm planning to stay up for the next 24 and read all these poetry books.
I was gonna say, and listen, you're reading like pretty dense poetry, I feel. So like that's pretty impressive on 4 hours of sleep. I could not do that.
I said, did you know that I do poetry? Did you know I'm a poet? Anyway.
That is so funny. I love that for you.
Very fun. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna skip over some of the comments because some of them were to do with what we were talking about before. The thing is, I will agree to this. I am a baby, and like the funny thing with me is like I either act literally like a baby, like crying about the most stupid things, or I act like a grandma being like, I don't like these young people these days, and they do this and they do that. I'm never in the middle. It's either or. I'm not like myself. I'm just really young or really old.
That's so funny.
Yeah, my
I
husband
feel like
and I were
I'm
just
gonna have to switch. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Jeremy and I have recently talked about how because we're older millennials. We're not, because millennials are so vast, like the years are so vast. We're on the older side of being millennials, and like now we're the old ones that keep getting made fun of, like our style and how we do things. And like, what in the world? When did that happen?
TikTok screaming at the side part.
Yeah, I'm just like, I like my side part. I'm not gonna change it. But you know what? A lot of millennial things are coming back. I don't know if this was feather in the hair was a very, very in thing in college. And I saw it on TikTok one day and I was like, the feather's coming back. Okay.
That is hilarious.
I remember the days of like the single feather earring.
Yes,
like,
I had a blue one.
Statement one.
I had a blue one. So
I love that. That is so funny.
I'm going to assume then, Chloe, are you the youngest out of everyone?
I think so.
Yeah, I am.
Leah, how old are you?
Yeah.
No, I'll be 25 tomorrow.
Okay.
Very exciting.
Yay. I know another birthday.
Almost
I'm 24.
I am 21.
Oh, so I'm the old lady.
Not even know.
I'm the old lady.
You're the cool big sister. You're like there just to take us under your wing.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I have no wisdom to impart on you. Except it's okay. You guys are in your early 20s. Live life. Like, you don't have to have it all figured out right now. I promise. So
it's always really fun being in your early 20s during a pandemic.
Yeah. Most of my students don't. I look a lot younger than I am, and a lot of times my students, like when I go into the classroom, they're like, "Are you allowed to teach college?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
You're like, "Oh my god, guys!"
Although they don't think I'm as funny as I used to be, so I'm not as hip anymore.
That's not even true.
It's going to be great for you when you're older and everyone just thinks you're younger. You're going to be like one of those mums, like those mums where they question whether it's the sister or the mum.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like, oh, that's your sister. How's your sister doing? Oh, no, that's my mum.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen.
I would like to make a side comment and say, sorry if there's a bunch of noise in the background for me. My parents are getting ready to go out. They said
I don't hear anything, so you're
fun. I know. I'm like, you guys can probably like randomly hear stuff because I'm right by my window. There's always like ambulances and planes, and it's just so loud.
Big mood.
20 pages.
Ooh, 20 pages. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Very dystopian.
No,
See, this is why it sounds so. I love dystopia, and I can't even remember. Oh, now I remember what the other book was. It was that like First to Ashes or something that he's the author has also written, which was to do with a cult. It's dystopian to do with a cult, and I was like, yes, that's what I want.
That sounds so interesting. I've never heard of this author, but I'm like, now I need to look him up.
No.
Yeah. I love me a good cult moment.
I love cults.
And I think that all of their books are LGBT plus as well. So that's another
10 out of 10, even better.
Ray's interested.
I said weird, strange, gay. Not Ellie.
Right.
Very nice.
22 pages. Very good.
More than me.
Hello.
Wow.
Welcome. Very nice to have you here.
What are you reading?
And
yes, what are you reading?
Oh yeah. Anyone that's new, what are you reading? Very interested in hearing. And old enough to be all of your fathers.
Hello, Father John.
I wouldn't. That just sounds like a monk.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no, to me it sounds like Father Ted. I was like, what am I thinking of? Father Ted is like a quintessential like Irish show. It's about a bunch of priests.
Oh.
And it's just, you hear priests and you're like, okay. But no, it's so wacky. And
is it funny? Oh, that's funny.
There's literally like a wee farmer that shows up in one episode and he's like, I hear you're a racist now, father. So funny. It's not funny out of context, and I just realized that now.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I promise. But it's so I have someone who understands. Thank you, John. Thank you. He said.
Wait, yeah. Maybe I should watch that. I feel like anything with like when it's like the Irish accent, but it's stressed and it goes a little bit high pitched. It's like it's perfect. You could say anything, and it'd be like comedy gold.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
A Little Life. I'm terrified of that book.
Have you read it?
Is my everything.
I've not read it, and I'm like such a crybaby with like a majority of things, and I just feel like I will be sobbing constantly if I read it. I'm concerned.
Well, the thing is, it's worth it. I personally didn't cry, but it's because I constantly heard it's so scarring, it's so traumatizing, and it's going to make you sob. And I think I was expecting to be really shocked, and obviously I was shocked. It was like that kind of, do you ever get that feeling where you want to cry and it kind of sits behind your eyes and you're like, get out of me, I don't like it, but I didn't actually cry.
When it comes to A Little Life, I actually read it back in 2017, I believe, and I did not know anything about it. There obviously was probably hype about it back then, but I had never seen anything about it. But I started reading it, and I was like, I love this because it does a thing that I love, which is nothing happens, but it's everything. No other way to explain it. And then I got really, really deeply emotionally attached. And now anytime I think about the characters, I kind of want to cry. And I love it so much, so much. I wanted it to be longer.
Oh, yeah, so we've got saying they want it to be shorter.
But I was like, I want it to be longer because I didn't want it to end.
How many pages is it?
It's so
super long.
Like 7. Is it 700 something?
I think.
Or is it 1,000? I don't know. You go check. No, the thing that I really love about it is if you just love character studies, because it is really just like, especially focusing on Jude, the main character, it's just about obviously him going through all this stuff, and you just see how it affects him and how it affects his ability to connect to other people. And constantly, he has so much like, he wants to make his life better, but he can't because he's got this like everything on top of him, and it's just so well written.
It's 720, by the way. I'm also like very deeply emotionally attached to the character of Jude because he has mobility issues and I have mobility issues, and I read the book whenever my mobility issues were getting worse, and I felt seen, and then everything happened, and then I cried.
And you were like, don't let that happen to me, please. I think we should let the similarities end there.
Literally. I was like, for a man who is very different from me, we are the same person.
Yeah. I really love the relationship between Jude and Willem just throughout the whole book. Everything, the way that they are, just like two perfect people put together.
Yeah, it scares me. I don't know if I could do it.
Hated A Little Life. Oh, I think it is a very polarizing book. Either you love it or you hate it. Like, I think I've yet to find someone who was like, eh. I think most people, really don't like it or really like it. So
it's one of those things where it's like, it really like divides people, because if you love it, you love it, and you love it for very specific reasons. Like, I adore it because of Jude, and because I saw so much of my own life in it, so that's why I'm so much connected to it. Whereas I can really understand why someone wouldn't like it.
Yes,
it's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the kind of book where because of the if this is for a little life, then definitely you should. If you can, the thing is, people need to be aware, obviously, going into it, that there's certain things like trigger warnings that you just can't avoid, and unfortunately, like because there's a lot of people that have been through the same things that the main character has, and if you get triggered by that stuff, it's not going to be good for you reading it. But at the same time, there's other people that have been through the same thing and don't get triggered in the same way and can read it and then feel like you were saying with your mobility issues, that like you feel like there's someone out there where you haven't heard about it before. You feel like there's someone out there that sort of has experienced a similar thing. You sort of feel seen and stuff like that. So it's just like, as someone that's never been through that kind of trauma, it was just really interesting. I always look for like more understanding and trying to sort of go into people's lives and see how things have affected them and what they've been through, and that sort of makes me understand other people more than I already do. So
yeah.
Wait.
I'm 100% gonna watch it.
I know. I want to watch it just to see like the complaints of it. I'm very curious.
I love when people have differing opinions from me. I love it. I think it's great.
And I've never heard of anyone who like did not like the book. Everyone I've heard talk about it has like loved it. So that's interesting. I'm going to watch that.
Yeah. Right. Should we go on to the next thing that I've got planned? This is the thing that I think is the most exciting for me. I just think it was a bit of fun coming up with it. I've got a little bit of a PowerPoint, so hopefully this technology stuff is going to be all right. It's the most plain thing ever. I didn't even change the font. It still has the little add under title thing in it, so you are very much, and you can see the Danish as well. Oh, please, someone.
Do we have to guess what?
I just want to ask someone to try and pronounce the thing that says at the bottom, because it's always funny when people try and speak Danish. So, anyone want to make a fool of themselves?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
no,
I can do it.
Actually, it might be easier
not
for
only
you,
in English, but every other language. Thank you.
I'm like, I want to hear Leah do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier because she speaks German.
Yeah, but maybe also completely wrong then. Klick vor Tilvoge Untertitel.
That's very close. It's click for Tilvoge Untertitel, I think. Yeah. Anyway, really that was so random. It is very. I didn't learn German, but everyone here has to learn German. Luckily, because I came at a certain point, they just told me, "Oh, don't worry, you don't have to do it." But when I heard people speaking German, it's like some of the words I'm like, "Oh, that's exactly the same word, just with a different accent." So very interesting. Yes. So basically, this is just going to be emojis to describe. We're starting off with books, then we've got movies, and then we've got like songs or artists, so some kind of music stuff. And some of them are like direct translations into emojis, if that makes sense. Some of them are more to describe the plot or the theme or something like that. Okay?
Okay.
We're good.
Oh, I'm stressed. I'm going to do so bad.
Well, if you're working together, it'll be all right. So we're going to start. Basically, I'm just going to show you these emojis, and then you just have to say what's the name of this book. And there's 4 books. They're all like really loved books on BookTube, so you should know all of them.
Okay.
Are we ready? Right, the first one.
Heartstopper.
Oh,
yes.
Heartstoppers.
Yes. So, very good. The next one. This one is a bit more of like what it's about.
Aquatar?
Yeah, I was going to say Aquatar.
And yes. I tried to find a throne. I could. Oh no, a thorn even. Why am I thinking throne? I tried to find a thorn, but then it came up with a rose, and then I was like, I'll put in the rose. That's close enough. Yes. And the third one.
City of Ghosts.
Yeah. And the last one. This one's a bit more out there.
There's 6 little dude thingies.
Oh, Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh, Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yes.
Nice, Sarah. Nice.
Very good.
I was not getting that one.
I only got it because I'm stupid and I didn't count. And then Hallie was like, "There's 6 guys," and I was like, "Oh my god."
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
That's what I was thinking. I tried to find like different musicians, like have one with the drums and one with the guitar, and it was like, no, they just all look like they're trying to be David Bowie.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I was thinking. Like
Daisy Jones and the Six
like,
David Bowies.
what?
You know what? I was like, those are definitely not normal men emoji.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought of David Bowie
No.
too. I was like, what book has him in it?
Because I've seen someone, yeah, just some random obscure like autobiography about David Bowie. But I've seen someone do this with The Six Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I was like, I'm not going to do that one again. But Daisy Jones and the Six would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
they were the books. Next we've got wait, what's happened? Is it? No, it's disappeared.
Oh,
is it coming back?
Oh, we broke it.
Not yet. I wonder what happened.
Is it back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. It's because I clicked off it probably. Anyway, next is 4 movies.
Okay.
Oh,
And
no,
they should
I'm
once
not good at
again
movies.
be relatively easy.
Because
This one should be
Corpse Bride.
The Corpse Bride.
yeah.
yeah. Yes. The next one should be quite easy as well. It's not like a direct translation, but it is what the film is about.
It.
Mhm.
Yeah. It.
So this next one, the next one, I am kind of questioning who's actually seen it because I thought it was a massive film. My dad used to love this so much, and I haven't really heard anyone speak about it, so I don't actually know how, like, if it's just a UK thing or what. But it's this one.
Chicken
Is that
Run.
Chicken Run?
Chicken Run.
Oh, okay, well then, yes, very good.
Yeah, but don't-
I feel like
it was
someone had said they never
claymation.
heard of it.
Yeah, no, we have
Yeah.
it here.
What a chaotic film. Iconic.
Yeah.
But it is British, isn't it? Isn't it the
Chicken
same
Run?
as I think it's the same as Wallace and Gromit. Is it the same?
Yeah, the same
Mhm.
animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, same animation for sure.
Chicken Run makes me think of Tender as the Flash. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Seriously?
I'm dead.
I need to watch Chicken Run again.
If you think about it, because Chicken Run, like, it's all about these chickens that are going to be made into pies, and they're like, why?
Yeah,
What
that
is
is true,
this
though.
cruel
Yeah.
world?
Is it also stop motion?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
I'm like,
I need to watch it
I'm the only one
again.
who's
There is
never seen
something
this.
really. It's really funny just to watch chickens talk in British accents. Like, if it was American, it would not be the same vibes. Like, it's just. Oh, knocked my thing out. Right.
Hi, my laptop yelled at me.
Right.
Find
The
me.
last one. This one, I don't know how easy it's going to be. I tried my best, and this is what happened. Might
It's a
take
boy-girl
bit.
thing?
No, I've never heard of
Oh.
that, so definitely not.
Oh, I'm thinking of the hot chick.
Yeah.
The girl who dresses up as a boy to play soccer.
Oh, she's the man?
What? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
she's the
shut
man.
up.
You should have
She's
put
the
a little
Man is my
soccer ball.
favorite movie.
Yeah, you should have put a little soccer ball because
Oh, I didn't think about that.
yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, how do you? It's like she equals man.
I was gonna say that's good
she's
though.
the
Like
man.
she
Yes.
is the man,
She's
yeah.
the
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie is iconic. That's like one of my
so
all-time
good.
favorite movies.
Gosh,
It's hilarious. I could probably quote that movie like line for line.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that movie. It's hilarious.
Amanda Bynes in her heyday.
hmm
Amanda Bynes in her heyday.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes when she was.
Oh, we were
rocking
watching it for the
she
first
rocked it.
time.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Amanda
I'm
Bynes is
sorry,
like
but
queen.
Amanda Bynes' peak was, in fact, the Amanda Show. I will take no
Yeah.
complaints on this. I live
Good.
and die for the Amanda Show.
The show was good. I
Right.
also liked what
Ready?
was it, and What a Girl Wants. What a Girl Wants is really good too.
Oh yeah, What a Girl Wants is so good.
Yeah,
I loved the guy in that movie because he was also, I think, in like a random Hilary Duff movie. He was like always like the love interest in like the 2000s teen movies.
With
and
his spiky hair.
Yes, I loved him. I was like, oh my God, what a bad boy. I'm like, ew, you're like 8. Mrs. Doubtfire.
See, that could have been Mrs. Doubtfire. Could have been the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been the other way around though, wouldn't it?
It would have.
I mean, I guess like it doesn't really matter. Or if I could find a granny
emoji of like a little maid or something. Isn't there an emoji like that now?
Maybe,
or like,
I don't know.
Of a little feather duster or something.
Yeah, maybe. Right. The final round is the music round. It's like basically some of them are actual musicians, some of them are songs, and they are all people that I found on my playlist. So if you know any of the music I listen to, you'd be able to work out.
Lorraine.
Ready.
Melanie Martinez.
Youngblood.
No, that is yes. Yes, it is. I thought Baby is very young. I thought it was funny.
Baby is young. Young is baby.
Yes, exactly. Right. The next one. I could. No, what?
My husband is mowing, and he keeps dancing in front of me. And now he has found a feather on the ground to put in his hair, which is like disgusting. He's becoming very distracting. I'm so sorry. I picked
He's trying to put on a little show for you, Hallie.
He does. He loves it. Okay.
Right. Next one. I couldn't find the exact emoji, but I sort of like used one that's supposed to symbolize something else.
Brick house. Right? She's a brick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
House.
I'd say
I didn't.
By Paramore, but that's because I'm a little emo.
No, not quite.
By Pink Floyd, Wall in the Brick or Brick in the Wall? What is it called?
No, brick. That is called Brick in the Wall. Is it just another Brick in the Wall? But that's not what it is either.
Is this a song or is it?
It's a song, yes.
It's a song.
And the last emoji is the one that's spot on. The other one is just a little bit
house.
Okay.
Old house.
Different.
House.
And it's slightly older. It's probably from the early 2000s, I think. Or not the early 2000s, like somewhere around 2010.
Oh, Lego House. Chloe Reed's book says Lego House. I'm taking her answer.
What? Oh my God. We all took time with that one.
I know. I was like, I have no idea.
Lego House.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chloe Reed's book said that, not me. I want to give her all the credit.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
He said bigger brain than us.
I know. She was like, hello, you guys. It's obvious.
Right. Next one. So this one, I don't actually know if anyone's going to get it because it's very, like,
specific.
British boy bands. Not the most famous one that I don't like, though. And it's a song.
Wait, it's a song?
Crown World.
Yes.
King World. Throne World. Royalty World. Earth. Just throwing out some names.
I know.
And it's slightly older. It's a slightly older British boy band.
I don't know any British boy band.
The only British boy band I'd be listening to is One Direction.
Not McFly. They're not a boy band, though, are they?
Not Busted. Well, okay. Whenever they were first around, people would have been like, "Oh my God, McFly and Busted are like boy bands."
Yeah. See, I've always been like this because Ray, you know this. I don't think many other people know it because I sort of avoid talking about it. When I was like 13, I was obsessed with the Vamps, and people would be like, "You don't like One Direction? Why do you like the Vamps? They're a boy band as well." And it's like, no, there's a difference. They play instruments. If you play instruments, you're a band. If you stand and sing and flip your hair and look good, you're a boy band.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a difference. Oh my God.
Okay, right. A little bit of help.
I don't know. I don't know any UK boy bands.
Someone
that
who
make
wears
it
a
over to the
crown.
States.
Someone who
It's
wears a
not
crown.
Like King of
What
the
do they
World
do?
or something?
Yeah.
No.
King of the World.
Rule. Oh, Rule the World?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is.
And who is that's
What's
the
the
Do you
vibe?
guys know that song?
no.
It's by Take That.
Oh, it's a Take That up.
Yeah.
That's why. It's Take That. That's why I don't know.
Yeah. Right, last one. This one again was I think that it's quite obvious. I'd like to think so.
Panic at the Disco.
Disco.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay, Brent.
I tried to find one that was panic, and the closest is anxiety. Like the description of the
I mean,
emotion
like,
is
that
anxiety,
looks-
so it's actually anxiety at the disco.
That looks like a panicking emoji.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why,
And that
but
was it.
anytime I see like a disco, like emoji or anything, I'm like, Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno? Disco.
Oh.
Wow, I love that. That was fun.
That was really fun. That was a cute quiz.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I did better than I thought I
I'm
would.
happy it worked out because I literally just sat for 10 minutes and just went this, that. Okay, I'm done.
You were like, I will do these things. Done.
Yeah, but I loved it. I could do this like for hours.
Yeah. It's the thing is, last time I just found a quiz on the internet, it didn't go very well because I couldn't answer any of the questions. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I have to create it myself. But the Take That one, I had no idea. See, this is why I was like, not many people listen to Take That. And I think I saw a video once where they were in the US and they were walking around like trying to get people to take their albums, and this was after they were like properly famous and everything, and no one knew who they were. They were just like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They were like, why is this strange British man coming up to me?
And it's like so weird because if you, especially like my mum, her generation, they all listened to Take That. That was like their One Direction. Like it was like, oh, who do you like? Do you like Robbie Williams or do you like Gary Barlow?
Are you more of a
Harry or Liam?
Oh god.
That's like our New Kids on the Block because that was the famous boy group when my aunt was young and I never they were before my time, but that was like the famous one.
Hallie, were you a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC girl?
NSYNC all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I loved NSYNC, but I was in love with Nick Carter.
Oh yeah,
like Nick Carter was like, I was literally like 8 years old, and I was like, Nick Carter is gonna be my boyfriend.
Yeah. I was all into Aaron Carter, and he was all my friends. This wasn't a boy band, but all of my friends in middle school loved Jesse McCartney. Like loved him.
Oh my god, I loved him.
I was not into Jesse McCartney at all.
Oh girl, I was.
He was too young for me. I needed someone more mature.
Yeah.
I needed my Justin Timberlake.
Forgetting the true boy band kings, Boys in Motion.
I've heard
my god.
I don't know. Yeah. I never listened to 98 Degrees either. I wasn't a 98 Degrees girl.
Oh no,
not really.
I've never heard of them.
No.
Nick
you know
Lachey.
who Nick Lachey is? He was married to Jessica Simpson.
I feel like some people not in America, like nobody knows who Jessica Simpson is. Probably.
Yeah,
I know.
Real famous.
The name. Why is Jessica Simpson famous?
She's a singer.
She's a singer.
Yeah.
Not a very good. If you really look back,
like,
she's not a very good singer.
Yeah, and then she was married to Nick Lachey, and they had like a reality show.
Yeah,
and that's why she was like the chicken of the sea. She's like,
the chicken of the sea. That was
chicken.
She got asked what tuna. She was like, "Isn't tuna just chicken of the sea? Isn't it?" She really thought that tuna was chicken. And so she's been made fun of that for years and years and decades because she thought that. But all of you should know who these two people are. So were you guys Christina Aguilera fans or Britney Spears?
Oh, Britney Spears.
Because I was always Britney.
Yeah, Britney.
She was the first album I had. And when I say album, I mean cassette tape. I got her cassette tape.
Yeah. Hashtag free Britney.
Yes. Free
Facts.
Yeah. What about you, Leah? What were your boy band, girl singers?
I feel like Yeah, I feel like boy bands aren't like that big of a thing here in Germany, but maybe I'm just imagining things. But also, I listen more to, when I was younger, more to indie pop and rock. So that's why.
You're cooler than us.
I know. It's like she's had her taste since she was young.
She's way cooler than us.
I would like to say I was a baby emo, and my favorite band when I was younger was Paramore. Was it because I fancied Hayley Williams? Maybe.
I had two cousins who like constantly loved Paramore and wanted to look like her, look like Hayley Williams, and I remember those days.
I was a Metro Station stan. I loved Metro Station.
Yes.
They have that shake song, that shake, 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 shake.
Oh
shake,
yeah.
That
so
one.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
I like would just listen to their album on like repeat.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I have to look this up because I have a song in my head and it 100% is not by Metro Station, and I'm now really confused as to who it's by.
Washing the kitchen or something.
Oh
my god, yes. Jessica Simpson, that comment. Yes, it is. What is it called? I know the exact music video because me and my sister loved that song and we would watch it on Yahoo Music. We would like pull up the music video. What is it called? I'm gonna look it up because I loved that.
I'm a liar. The song is by Metro
looking
Station. She Likes Girls by Metro Station is a banger.
1,000,000%. Okay, let me look up this song. I think it's called With You. With You by Jessica Simpson. And in the music video, she's like eating a chicken wing on the couch. And then she's like cleaning the kitchen. It's like really funny. Take Fat. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love it when tribute bands just have those, like, they take the name and then they're like, we're going to change one letter and it's going to become a pun. It's just very funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Really Like My Fight. That was massive in the 90s, I think.
I was going to say, I've definitely heard of Take That. So I feel like I've probably heard at least one of their songs.
They also did that Want You Back for Good. If you've ever heard that, that's like a classic from them as well, I think.
Yeah. The Doors.
Oh my god, my dad likes the Doors, I think.
I've only heard one of their songs. I've heard Live to Lie. Is that by them? I want to say?
Yeah.
Live to Lie?
Yeah.
I think.
I have a story about You Me at Six. So, fun fact, little baby emo. I had gotten tickets to see You Me at Six, and I was buzzing. So, literally, I was like, it'll be the best night of my life. I couldn't walk, so I couldn't go to the concert that day. I tell you, my heart shattered.
That's terrible.
Never
like
forget.
when you're younger and you can't go to a concert for whatever reason, like it's like you're like, my life is over.
Literally.
Like they were supposed to fall in love with me, right? Like I was supposed to, like, have you seen, I don't know if you guys have seen, because like I don't know if you guys really like see TikToks, but like, so I used to love the Jonas Brothers when I was like younger.
Oh my god, Frankie Jonas.
And so Frankie Jonas, but no, like people will post their old pictures of them going to the Jonas Brothers concerts, and they're like 11. They're like, I thought Joe Jonas was gonna fall in love with me, and they're wearing like freaking leggings and a denim skirt and like this, like just like the ugliest like early 2000s outfit, and they're like, not me going and thinking he was gonna fall in love with me.
Yeah, I feel that in my bones.
I'm like, but literally, because like when you're young and then you go to a concert, you're like, okay, I'm gonna wear this outfit. Like, do you think like they're gonna notice me? And it's like, no, bitch, because you're literally 12.
Also, no, bitch, we're in line 57, row 57, right
yeah,
at the back.
Literally, like in the nosebleeds.
Oh my god, legendary!
That's so funny.
What a time of life.
Yes, Jessica Simpson. She was a legend.
She was.
That's so funny. I don't think I ever really listened to the Doors.
No.
I know my dad does. My dad loves them.
Yeah, they also have really good music.
Mm-hmm.
My dad loved Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Oh, I need to take a nap.
My dad listened to a lot of like Cat Stevens. He like loves Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
John just said his first concert was AC/DC.
That's an
Wow.
interesting concert for your first concert.
I know.
Like my first concert was Kenny Chesney.
I'm dead.
Because I'm from the South and that's what we do.
My first concert was McFly.
I love that. Yeah, I was gonna say my first concert was the Jonas Brothers. I was thriving.
I wish I had a cooler first concert. I did get to see Maroon 5 and Train in concert, and that was awesome.
Ooh.
That was a really good concert.
That's so cool.
I like Train.
Oh my god, the Pretty Reckless. Is that the one with
that's
Taylor Momsen?
Taylor Momsen or whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yes, Gossip Girl. That's so funny.
I love her music too. I was to a concert from her too. Like
I
2
was
years
gonna
ago.
say, aren't they still making she's still making music? Like
yeah.
That's so cool.
I think so.
Good for her. Yes.
I used to make up all kinds of stories in my head. I was like, this is what's going to
1,000%.
happen, and this is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, we can't leave yet. They haven't seen me. We have to stay.
I know.
Does anybody have like any like celebrity singer like band like stories, like weird like meetings or like funny things that happened?
Nothing
I'm
exciting
boring.
has ever happened to me.
I honestly don't go to a lot of concerts. The crowds, I don't. Yeah, and I was never like that. Like they're gonna see me. I always kind of knew like they don't care. Like they're not gonna see me. They don't care. Like
girl, I'm 15. They're 25. Who cares?
I'm like I know better. So no, concerts were never really my thing. I've only been to like not even a handful. So.
Oh my god,
And
I've been.
Do you guys know the band Kag Motherfucker? It's a Swedish band, I think.
Wow.
And they make like fun indie music. And when I was 16, I was at their concert, and when I was 16, I had white hair. And so one of them recognized me, and then I was in Berlin going to a second concert from them, and he recognized me again because of my white hair, and then he gave me his shirt.
Cool.
I'm dead. Leah,
Cool.
if I had that story, I would never shut the fuck up, and I would tell every single person in the entire world a story like that.
That is iconic.
That is literally iconic.
The shirt.
This was
Do you
my
still like have it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a band shirt that he was wearing that day.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my god, that's so cool. All right, so moral of the story: everyone dye your hair white.
Or I have one, but the moral of my story is everyone carry a Polaroid camera. I went to see one of my favorite singers. He's called Grayson Chance, and I was like obsessed with him when I was younger, and I've just always listened to him ever since. And I got like a meet and greet ticket for him because I'm a little tiny baby emo.
Yeah.
And we were all like, everyone was told to like get in line for like the meet and greet, and he was still on the stage because he had done like a pre-show, and I was still at the barrier, and I just lifted my camera and I was like, can I take a photo of you? And he lifted me, and he was holding a Corona, and he was like, I mean, I should. And then he was like, okay. And so for a photo, I took it, and then literally half an hour later, when I finally get around to meeting him, he shouts, and he's like, oh my god, it's my Polaroid bitch. And I was like,
I'm dead.
And I still think it's so funny.
That is so funny. I love that. I wish I had something cool to say like that.
Yeah, me too.
We got Banties, we got Polaroids.
I know.
Yeah. I love hearing about like celebrity encounters, the positive ones and the negative ones. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
No.
Oxygen sounds cool.
I remember Muse.
Yeah. I remember Muse.
Yeah.
I remember.
Everyone knows Muse. Supermassive black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Muse because of Twilight. That's the only reason I know that.
I'm dead. I'm like, I only know Muse because I remember in the mornings getting ready for school, I would watch VH1 when in the morning VH1 would play music videos, and they were always playing Muse music videos.
Crying, literally.
Yeah, I always loved VH1 music videos.
Yeah.
I used to be super into music videos. I don't watch them as much anymore.
I still love music videos. I will always watch music videos.
Yeah.
I never really watched that. That's a really cool story. And you must have the luck of, I don't even know what, for like winning a competition to meet band members. But how?
I know. I'm like, what a cool
I've never won
competition.
anything.
It's like those Danimals ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those commercials of like those Danimal sweepstakes or whatever. I think that might be an American thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
The only thing I've ever won is when I was in elementary school and someone got to win a free lunch with the principal and I won it. So.
Those are so funny.
Free
I think
lunch
those
with the
incentives are
principal.
so funny.
That's
It's
very cringe.
I'm like, I don't want to
Very American.
It's a very American thing.
Very
it's
American.
like every school. It's like, oh, if you sell the most cookies or you sell the most whatever, like you get a lunch date with the principal. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want to hang out with my principal? But like when you're little, you're like,
a big one for us was a limo. You got to ride in a limo someplace.
They didn't have that in California.
Cool. They didn't? Oh, we had a big limo thing, yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
We would like raise money for like class charities, and then like each class would like pick a charity. We'd raise money for it. The person who raised, well, the class that raised the most money would then get to go to the cinema during school and see a movie.
Ooh. I think we had something similar to that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think we had something similar to that too.
Yeah, well, I know my school would do like whatever classroom raised the most money or something, you would have like a pizza party and like a whole kind of like thing.
Yeah. Did you do AR points? Did you guys do AR points?
Oh, is that the reading thing?
Yeah.
Where you would read and then you would like go online and take a little quiz?
Yeah.
Yes,
you get points for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got like parties for it and all kinds of little gift prizes.
Yeah, I think my principal was like trying to make that a thing.
Yeah.
But like nobody would do it. Like
it was a big thing here. Like it was huge for us.
Yeah. I think they were like trying to do it and like no teachers were like being really like hard on the, like to tell their students like, okay, like make sure you come and take the quiz. Like, so kids were just not doing it. But I remember doing that. I hated that. I had the worst reading comprehension of life.
I still do.
I do as well. But also really quick, that Chloe reads books comment, that's so funny that a full grown man tried to fight you.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't funny at the time. It was probably terrifying.
Yes, I'm just going to fight this 16-year-old.
This middle-aged man's like squaring up, like, ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah, I'm literally like, I hope you tried to fight him back because I would do that. Even as a 4'10" person, I'd be like, all right, hit me. But I'm also kind of like crazy.
When you're short and you have like someone way taller coming at you, for some reason, it really spooks them if you fight back. Because then they're like, oh, the midget's angry. I would not want the angry midget.
Yeah.
It's why people are so afraid of little dogs.
Uh-huh.
Little yippy dogs are the worst. The meanest dogs in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially, like if you're at a concert, it's like standing room only, or you're in like general admission area. It's just, it's a mess.
There was a famous concert where people died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somewhere, was it Ohio maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Ohio.
It was like a famous concert where literally as they were all walking in, people got trampled and died.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what band it was for, but it was on it was like on a true crime podcast that I listened to. It's not really a crime. I mean, it kind of is, but they talked about it. They talked about like weird ways.
Was it My Favorite Murder?
Yes.
About it? Yeah. Yes, I was going to say, I remember that episode.
I do. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. My Favorite Murder is so good.
I'm convinced I know what musician / band it was, but I don't remember because I know that story.
Yeah. They have like a plaque in front of the stadium, or they have like a plaque in front of the concert hall, like commemorating those who died on that day. It's crazy.
See, when you were like, they have a plaque in front, I was like, saying what? People died here. Let's rock.
I don't know what they have. It's just like, to those who died. I don't know.
It was the Who.
Oh, was it the Who? The Who. Yeah. They were super popular.
Yeah. It was 26 non-fatal injuries and 11 deaths.
Okay, not to be morbid, but anyone find that funny because the Who literally have like the theme songs for like CSI.
I didn't even know that.
Literally, it's the Who. So I'm just like, what is with the Who and death?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember they added like that's when they start to add more.
Well, I think a big reason was that, like, if I remember the story correctly, the concert was starting late and people were getting upset and like really fidgety and like, but they kept prolonging it and delaying it. And someone opened a door that they weren't supposed to open. So, and then that's just when everyone started just bum rushing the place, even when they weren't supposed to. It was crazy.
We really said deeply chaotic readathon.
I know.
CSI.
Yes. Right. Are we ready for some more reading?
I actually have to pop off here, guys. We got some stuff to do today, and I haven't had lunch yet, so I am gonna pop off. But are you guys are you doing anything else today, Chloe? I know that you were kind of talking about other things.
Yes, I think maybe we'll do another sprint here live and then end the live just so that we can go off and, you know, like I need to eat because it's 8 o'clock and I haven't eaten for hours. So but and then otherwise I think I'm just gonna leave the StreamYard thing open just to anyone who
if you're on, if y'all want to be on, just text me. Just send me a message and I'll see what I'm doing. And I'll pop back on if anyone else wants to pop back on later, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. And then there were 4.
I know. I'm like, I don't like this. So much bigger on my face.
Right. Are we good for another half an hour?
Session? Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's so funny if you think we've been going for 3 hours and we've only read for like 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Oopsies. We're just half past. If we go from 10, then it'll be 22. Just. Right. 3 minutes until it's 10 past. What should we talk about?
Wait, how long are we reading for?
Half an hour.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Does anybody like have any plans like to what they want to like read during like the 24 hours? Like, you want to have a certain amount read, or you just kind of vibe in?
I definitely want to try to get to where I need to be for Jade City. And then I got the audiobook. Seth Rogen has like his own book that he narrated as an audiobook. And so I love reading like or listening to, especially because they always narrate their own, like comedians who write like memoirs, like you know, essays or whatever. So I'm gonna read that. I'll definitely finish that. Nice. And then after that, I guess it's just what I'm in the mood for. I do want to read that Birthday Girl, that romance, because I feel like I can read that pretty quickly. But yeah, don't know. Just what I'm in the mood for, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same kind of thing. Like there's a handful of books that I could start, but it's just what I feel like after this one.
I also just tried to finish Jade City because I only have like 70 pages left.
Ooh.
17 or 70?
70.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my god. Oh, that'll be so good.
Well, update us when you finish and tell us what you think. I'm like the only person who's like not reading Jade City, so I'm like, ooh, tell me what you think. I don't know anything about it. As we all know, I'm just gonna try to read all my poetry books.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're already making really good progress.
Yeah.
I'm over halfway through this one, and then I have many more left. But I have multiple hours to do it. I have like 20 hours. That'll be sweet.
Well, to be fair, if it weren't for the fact that we'd been chatting for so long, you would be a lot further.
Yeah, I was gonna say after this, you could probably like read a significant more amount.
We say that, but my friend is coming over to sit and watch Grey's Anatomy while I read, and will I get Grey's Anatomy? Maybe. I can't help myself.
Right. It is 10 past.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to stare and wait until everyone was ready. Don't stare at anyone.
We're gonna say that's always so hard. Like, what are you supposed to do?
That's why I should use one of those, like the timer things, because it always has a sound at the end.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's just then you have to screen share and
it's just like a whole thing.
Guess what?
What?
I
You finished it.
Oh yay!
Very good.
So that is the second poetry book of the day.
Wow, you're already killing it.
I near cried at one point. I was like, "Oh, this hit me in a squishy place called the heart."
Squishy place. It's not that squishy. I can tell you that. If your heart's squishy, there's a problem.
It do be a lump of muscle. Be concerned for those.
How is everyone's reading?
I managed to finish my book.
Ooh,
So that's very good.
Do you like it?
Yes, I gave it 5 stars. Not so much. It depends. If you like plot, it's maybe not the thing, because it wasn't like it's dystopian horror, I would say. So it's not thrilling. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to find out what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's more a case of like, I guess, the commentary on like eating meat and the meat industry and stuff like that, and really what's the difference between an animal and a human.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was exactly what I wanted. So
ooh,
very good.
Love that.
Okay.
I only managed to read or listen to the audiobook for 5 more minutes, but it was already, again, very funny. I don't know, the Bright Chest is a sequel to The Kiss Quotient, and the Bright Chest is just so much funnier.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only like 20% into the book so far.
Yeah. I preferred the Bright Test like significantly over the Kiss Quotient.
Mm.
So yeah.
But I also managed to finish my edit of my video. I only have to do
Yay!
Yay, that's good. Yeah, I read 26 pages.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, some juicy shit's happening. So I was reading and I was like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm into it.
Very good. Very good.
No fright. Oh wait, that was this one. No frights. That's very good.
11 pages, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I always get distracted.
Yeah.
I used to be able to sit and read for like an hour or something, and now I'm like, 10 minutes, and I'm like checking my phone even though there's nothing there. I'm like, is someone gonna text me now?
Yeah, I do literally the exact same thing. I'm just like always on my phone, and then I'm like, okay, no, start reading, and then I'm like on my phone again.
Yeah. Especially when I get a notification, right, and I can see it light up in front of me, and I'm like, I'm not going to check it, and I'm like,
you have to.
Check it.
I feel that, but at the same time, I do a lot of like reading at night because I read at night. People are asleep, but not only that, I just read in my bed in the dark, which has proved to be kind of difficult considering the fact that I am like right now in the middle of doing a reading vlog, not including this. This is for a different video. I said doing 4 videos at a time, but because I'm reading the books at night in my bed, I can't do check-ins. So I just have a bunch of like check-ins like on my phone in the half dark, being like, "Bro, they're shagging again." What?
That's so funny. Yes.
Yes.
The endless scrolling is an issue. But I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So I usually read here in the living room, but when I read at night, I always put my phone near my bed, so in the sleeping room, and that's really helpful.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So cute.
Yeah.
The background, so cute.
I know. I love your room that you're in all the time. It's so cute.
So
yeah,
cute.
I don't. But see, like, I don't even think I could just put my phone in a different room.
No.
Like, I would be like, I would like have to go get it. Like, I'm incapable.
I'm too lazy to get up then from the couch.
Yeah, that's true. That's helpful. What time is it for you guys? Because we've been on here for a while.
It's almost 9 p.m. here.
Yeah, I'm the same as Leah.
Oh my god, are you guys gonna like? Are you guys gonna like stay up? Like, are you gonna try to stay up as much as you can?
I'm probably going to stay up. I don't know how late, but probably later than usual, saying that my usual is like 10 or 11 o'clock.
Oh, you said healthy sleeping schedule.
And still I wake up and I'm tired. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I probably try to stay up until midnight.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to do that. I've never like when I've done the only other like readathon like this I've done, it was a 48-hour one. So like I didn't stay up late. Like I was just like, okay, like I'll just go to sleep, because I wake up early a lot anyway. So I was like, I'll just wake up early and like read whatever. I kind of want to like try to stay up, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm saying no surrender, 24-hour bender. So if anyone does end up staying awake, my DMs are always open and we can chat.
Oh my God, I love that. Well, it'll be like really late for you guys and it'll be like 2 p.m. for me. So or 3 p.m.
It'll be like 4 a.m. for me and you're like, it's just getting dark outside.
Yeah, literally.
No, but like, you got this.
It's actually really funny. Every time, like, if I stay up till like 11, then Leah and Chloe will like already be like messaging in the group chat because it's like the morning for them. And I think it's so funny because then I'm like drunk at 11 p.m. and like talking to them. And it's like morning for them, like bright and early.
Me messaging that group chat last night at like 4, being like, I'm drunk.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Iconic.
Extremely iconic, in my opinion.
Yes. Right, I think I'm gonna end the live here. I'm gonna keep StreamYard open, but I just think otherwise, like, I'm just gonna have this 8-hour long video on my channel that no one needs.
Yeah.
So
that sounds good.
Thank you to anyone that's still out there for
Yes.
watching. We've got I've got a live tomorrow at 2 p.m. BST, I believe. Yes, it must be. And Ray is joining me. There she is. And Emily should be joining as well. So
I'll look like this tomorrow. I'll look like I'm dead.
Yeah, I'll probably like be in the chat with you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's 6 a.m. for me, and like I'll try to wake up at that time, but like I'm not gonna be like ready and like looking.
No pressure.
Good. So like I'll just like be chatting because I'm like I don't think I could like be on camera at 6 a.m.
I don't think anybody could.
Yeah.
No. Except from like the weather people that are awake. I saw. Do you know? I don't know why, but once in my YouTube thing, I got recommended a video of this woman that had to get up at like 12, like midnight, to be there to do the video. And I'm like, oh, I could not do that. Although saying that, I will at some point be working night shifts, and then I will hate myself for making those decisions.
What I wanted to ask before we all leave, before I joined BookTube, I always thought that a 24-hour readathon always meant that people really stayed awake for 24 hours and read a book for 24 hours straight. And was I the only one who thought that?
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing, like at all, until I like first started watching people who would do like vlogs of it, and I was like, oh my God, Jessie, I just don't get people who can read like 6 books. Like full-length like novels.
Because then it's like you are sitting and just reading constantly. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't have the brain capacity for that.
I mean, I personally have no issue with it, but I'm more used to doing that because I've spent like time where I've been like bedbound and stuff, so there's not much you can do. So I'm very just like reading my heart away and then looking up from my little book and realizing it's been 2 days.
Yeah.
I need to pee. But when I heard like 24 readathons, I'm always like, oh, like if I'm going to do a 24 readathon, I'm going to do 24 hours.
Yeah.
I never join them because I'm like, oh, I have things to do.
Yeah.
This one, go hard or go home.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have one lesson crackhead that's trying to make it 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, I literally just like to sleep too much to actually stay up for 24 hours.
Right, I'm just gonna end the live and then we can carry on. I just thought otherwise.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.